Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a Q&A to do. So welcome to the Cyberpunk stream, where I tell you everything I know about Cyberpunk. The problem is I don't really know all that much. Alright, so how should we start this? I think we should start it with like a kind of like small Q&A, because I'm not really good at starting conversations and all. So you guys ask me a question and then I explain that question. I answer that question, and then I could like get something started here. So let the questions come in. Oh wait a minute. No, not yet. I need to invite people first from my Discord. Make sure you follow my Discord, by the way. Link in bio. Wait, the stream's down? What the fuck? Why did I get an end? Oh, yep, the stream's down. Stream crashed. So reload the stream. Just waiting for this. I don't know why it keeps happening, but it just happens. Right. Hopefully there's no hentai. Good. There's no hentai. Oh wow. Pretty sure I'm streaming Cyberpunk and not Doom. A glitch in the Matrix, I guess. Alright. Bear with me, fellas. Alright, so now we've invited people, and where is it? Alright, here we go. Start asking your questions now. Now, thanks to the stream delay, we'll need to have a we'll unfortunately have a moment of silence. Oh, thank you, Giganimba. What's the main plot of Cyberpunk? Now, this is a common question, but it's quite hard to explain. Now, let me tell you that I'm not working for Cyberpunk, so I don't really know the entire story, but I do know a bit of it. I do know enough, I guess. So, Cyberpunk starts in like the 2010s or like 2013. Cyberpunk 2013, I think, was the first one, where it all starts with Johnny Silverhand and his band and all. Johnny Silverhand was an ex-army guy, and he started this band called Samurai, where he would play rebellious music that would like attack the corporations and all. You get my idea? So he started this band, and he was kind of like a well-known guy in like 2013. And this is Cyberpunk 2013, so it's not really like our present day. We have a guy with a bike in the background. I was expecting this to be easier, but so he was that rebellious kind of guy who made music, rebellious music. And something happened in 2020. The problem is I need to buy a book. Like there's a Cyberpunk 2020 like tabletop game. I already lost you, huh? Put it in short, the story starts with Johnny Silverhand, you know, Keanu Reeves. Where's the picture of him? It all starts. Oh wait, we have a wiki over here. That's easy. That's better. Nope, there's no backstory. Yep, it starts with Cyberpunk 2013, like I said. This was how Johnny Silverhand actually looked like. He lost an arm and obviously replaced it with a silver arm. And okay, Johnny alongside Morgan Blackhand. Morgan Blackhand, by the way, is the best solo in all of Cyberpunk. He's a very famous solo mercenary. Alongside Morgan Blackhand, assault the Arisaka HQ in Night City with the intention of ending the Fourth Corporate War. Oh yeah, that happened. Arasaka went against the company Miltech. Two corporations went against each other, and it didn't. Obviously, it didn't end up well. The two companies fighting triggered the Fourth Corporate War, and it ended up in a nuclear bomb, I guess, a nuclear explosion. Johnny is seemingly killed by the Fullborg Atom Smasher. What um, what a Fullborg means is kind of like a cyborg, but they've completely modified their body. So cyborg is half human, half robot. Fullborg is when a human completely becomes into a robot. He was cut down by an auto shotgun. Johnny's body is not recovered by the assault team, and after the HQ is destroyed by the nuke, it can only be assumed his body was vaporized. The thing was that it was assumed that his body was vaporized or destroyed, but nobody actually found the body, and nobody actually know how he survived either. Now, if a samurai dies, he becomes a ronin. Not really. This is not related to Cyberpunk, but when a samurai's master dies, he becomes into a ronin because he doesn't really follow anyone anymore. He's kind of like a rogue samurai. He's alone. And the samurai are assholes actually, not the cyberpunk one. General samurai. They're not really all that honorable. Can you customize the entire character? Yes, you can. You can even make your character trans in the start of the game. No, I don't think you can change it like midway. It would be cool though, I think. Unrelated question: when is the next Sekiro stream? I don't know really. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. No, I have driving stuff the day after. Maybe tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, then maybe next week. I don't know. I need to get a. I need to finish my driver's test. I've done everything. The only test I couldn't really go through was the outdoor driving test, where I drive onto the street. No, never mind. Okay. All right. What is the world like? I'm a little confused about the cities and stuff. Well, they are. Give me a sec. I need to find the Cyberpunk map. I need a picture. Yep. This is the picture of the Cyberpunk map. I can't really zoom in. Give me a second. There we go. So I can't really explain every single city, but I can explain like one or two. I think let me read. Almost Mesa, City Center, Pacifica. So most of Night City is basically skyscrapers and all, people bustling about. But there is a part of Night City where there aren't really that many people, where it's called Pacifica, where connections are lost. The subway does not reach to Pacifica. There are no police in Pacifica. It's basically a wasteland where only the poor people stay there. It was supposed to be kind of like a tourist attraction or some sort. Not tourist attraction. It was promised to be like a place of luxury, but then something happened. I don't remember. Oh yeah, the corporate war. Uh, I think it's the corporate war. It caused all the people who were funding this thing to pull out. So Pacifica was left abandoned, and now it's occupied by people who. It is occupied by poor people, I guess. And it's also home to the gang, the Voodoo Boys, where they are the best netrunners in all of Cyberpunk, in all of Night City, I mean. I hope I'm not confusing you because I think I'm confusing myself as well. Hmm. And the only cities that I know is the Pacifica and the main city. I don't know if it's Watson or the city center. You know, the cities we see in the trailer. It's basically skyscrapers. I'll just show you some pictures, I guess. Hmm. Let me see. It's kind of like this. Skyscrapers everywhere. And why is that the only thing I could say? Guess I'm not really that good at explaining. That sucks. You can see a bit of the city in the background. Futuristic city. People are living in the poverty line. Jesus Christ. It's a futuristic city with a lot of poor people, and yet technology is on the rise. You can see as this goblin over here, he has a bunch of modifications. Yet I bet he's kind of poor. Hmm. I really, I really hate that I can't explain that much. Okay, thank goodness you got it. Okay, so that was painful actually, even for me. Okay. What's the area of the entire map? What do you mean? Well, I really don't know. We haven't got that much information about this. I wish I could have the Neon Arcade help me. The Neon Arcade is the YouTube channel I go to get a lot of cyberpunk information, cyberpunk lore. If you guys want to know a lot about cyberpunk, you should definitely watch his videos, cause he makes the best cyberpunk lore videos. Personally, talked to him and he's a really cool guy. He has tons of video, by the way. He has like 200 videos all about cyberpunk and cyberpunk lore, and his videos are short but yet informative. So it'll help you a lot. All right, next question, I guess. Now time for awkward silence. Is it better now? I should have at least prepared some notes before I made the stream. I just thought I could just go in with just my general knowledge about cyberpunk. All right, so keep keep the questions coming, I guess. Hopefully, I'm not dumb enough to not be able to answer. Wait, what did I just say? The problem with me is that when I start a stream, I lose focus and I can't think so good. That's me drinking water. Are they cyber dongs or do you mean cyber dogs? So believe it or not, cyber dongs are a thing. I don't know how to find the picture of it. Let me see. Hopefully nothing graphic comes up. No, that's the wrong word to. I don't want an actual picture of a penis appearing on stream. I forgot what it is called. Cyberdeck? Oh no, it's showing the picture of the trans person. Fun fact, there is a transgender ad. I'm not gonna show it, you guys can Google it. There's a trans ad in the game trailer where it features a trans person with a huge schlong. It's realistic because, you know, trans people will definitely be a normal thing in the future. And that's a good thing, I guess. Good for the trans people. But I swear there is a cybernetic where it helps you to enhance your dong. Okay, how did Johnny Silverhand get in your head? That's the thing. We do not know. We can only get theories. Like my theory is that he survived. Obviously, he survived the crash when what crash actually? When the HQ got destroyed and crumbled on him. He somehow escaped that, and he was probably his body is probably like completely destroyed, and what he probably like uploaded his soul into the network at the last minute, or he somehow uploaded himself into a chip. And if you see our main character, if you looked at the latest cinematic trailer, you can see that our character V has a chip in his neck, and Johnny might actually be in the chip. How much modifications you can have? You can actually have as much as you want, I think, but it comes at a cost. When you put in a some sort of cybernetic or like a modification, you lose a bit of humanity, and if you put too much, you lose all of your humanity. And sadly, you do not turn into a vampire like Dio, but you do go into a state called cyberpsychosis, where you lose all empathy, all like human emotion, where you just go on a rampage, go on a massacre. You start to think that, why should I care about human life? I could just kill them anyway. You start to think like a machine, and most of the time, people who get a cyberpsychosis go on a massacre, and they have to be put down. Okay, give me a second. What made me successfully advertise it to you? Cyberdongs? Will there be a Monica Cyborg? I do not know. There's definitely not gonna be anything related to DDLC. But if there's like a feature where I can create a waifu, then I'll most probably make her Monica. Or if there's a way to name my waifu, I'll just name her Monica, I guess. I'm throwing away my humanity for Cyberdogs. No, it doesn't work like that. And there was a picture. I think I can find it. Give me a second. Oh no! Now is this the first thing that shows up when I search Cyberpunk? Morgan Blackhand. There's this one picture. Yep, it is this picture, but on the full image. Okay, yeah, this is the picture, but I need a good resolution of it so I can zoom in. This seems like a good. Oh, that's really tiny. This is 720p. Seriously, it's right here. Can you see where I'm like circling around? That. Oh, okay. That thing over there, that's an ad for Cyberdongs. It's on Reddit. That's good. Okay, let me zoom in. Maximum zoom. Okay, it's over here. This is the thing. All night, every night. I can't read the rest. So this is the Cyberdonk. Or is this just a sex bot? I forgot. I think this it's a Cyberdonk, cause all night, every night your donk can. God damn it! We're supposed to be talking about Cyberpunk, and now we're talking about dicks. Really professional. Do you think there are people in Cyberpunk that haven't augmented their bodies at all? Do you think at this point in time in the Cyberpunk universe augments are necessary to live? Good question, and I have the answer, thankfully. Yes, there are people who have not even touched their bodies, because believe it or not, religion is still a thing in the Cyberpunk world. It's just that they become a way. They became into a minority. Very few people have religions. If you look at the 2018 48-minute demo, at one point in the game you will find monks. They'll be walking around with their orange robes. So yes, there are people who do not modify their bodies. Puritans, I guess you call them. I don't think that's what you call them, but it sounds cool, I guess. So yeah, there are people who do that. And maybe some people who are scared, they don't want to change their body. But I say those people are the most vulnerable, because I think they are insulted. I guess if you watch the movie Alita Battle Angel, you'll see that a lot of the people they make fun of people who are 100% human. They call them meat bags or something. So yeah, you are made fun of if you're a full human. Ironic, isn't it? Wait, it's not ironic. Whatever. All right. Well, I am a dude, so obviously this stream is gonna turn into a stream about cyberdonks. All right, next question. That's a weird sound. This stream might be a long one because, like I said in my community post, I'm gonna be we're gonna be rewatching the trailers too, where I try to break down the stuff. Fun fact: I'm not really that smart, so. Can anyone augment their body, or do you need to meet certain requirements before the change? Good question. Now I don't really know if I know the answer to that. I think the limitations is the money. If you want to do augmentations to your body, you need to either see a Ripper doc, or you need to go to the black market. A Ripper doc you can see in the trailer as well. I mean, not the trailer, the demo. Wait. Yep, the demo. In the demo, this guy is your Ripper doc, and when you go to him, you're going to get an eye augmentation, and he pulls out your eyeball and replaces it with an augmentation. So that's how you modify your body. And if you see this thing over here, this is the menu of what part you want to augment. And the Ripper docs, they give you like regular augmentations, I guess. But there is a black market where you can get more violent augmentations and all. Make your hands into, I don't know. I don't know the examples because I don't have that much information. But there is a risk when you get augmentations from the black market. You might get scammed, or the augmentations you get might have a virus, or you might be killed. That's the possibilities if you go to the black market. Do we need to have a? I don't know that much about cyberdonks. Okay. Jesus. All right. Next question. Are you gonna get Cyberpunk 2077? That's a really dumb question there. I've pre-ordered the game since last year on GOG. Don't pre-order it on Steam. Pre-order it on GOG because in GOG all of the money that you pay goes 100% to CD Projekt Red, the creators of Cyberpunk. It's okay, Dark Angel. Can I turn my hand into a giant hammer like Detective Gadget? I'm not sure. So far, the only cybernetic weapon with your arm that was revealed was the Mantis Blade. Yeah, this thing. So far, this was the only thing that was revealed. We don't know. We don't know if we have hammers with them, but it could be a possibility. Maybe. Alright. Nah, Plasma, I just said that question is dumb. I didn't say that you were dumb. Alright, next question. Keep the questions coming. Fun fact, Cyberpunk will be nothing like Inspector Gadget. It's a mature game. Also, I need to change the description. Well, it doesn't really work like Wolverine. Maybe they might have an augmentation which is similar to Wolverine. It is a possibility. But due to copyright, I don't think they would. Guess we'll see on 2077. No, Plasma, the questions must be Cyberpunk related. But since you asked Death Note and JoJo. There are some cyberpunk anime, by the way, like Ghost in the Shell. Shit. I don't know if Neon, Genesis Evangelion is cyberpunk. Ghost in the Shell. What else? Akira. It's a movie, isn't it? Haven't watched it yet. Could we get anything as our hands? Stop with the cyberdonks. If the soul is basically a software we can mess around with, can we pay to keep our souls in a massive database, like a massive Apple cloud drive? I don't think you can pay it yet because uploading your soul or your mind to the net is kind of a luxury. Only one person was able to fully upload their conscious or their soul, mind, or whatever into the network, which was the only person that did that was Johnny Silverhand's girlfriend. What's her name again? Shit, I forgot her name. His ex-girlfriend, by the way. Something, I forgot her name. Callahan, something Cunningham. Cunning. Jesus. Alt Cunningham, I think. Isn't that her name? Where is she? It's not her, but oh, come on, where's the... Yeah, Alt Cunningham, yeah. An ex-girlfriend of his, Alt Cunningham, was also kidnapped by the CEO of Arisaka to extract information about a hacking program called Soul Killer. Johnny is classified as a rockabye, yada yada yada. So, she uploaded herself completely into the net and hasn't been found since. So I think that she might have given Johnny or Keanu a bit of information of how to upload yourself into the network, and he might have done the same thing. That's why he's in our head. Yeah, what I mean. Do you think more music genres like dubstep and EDM will be more relevant, and other genres like country will die out? Yeah, that is possible. Cyberpunk, they've released a video about it, like a behind the scene kind of video, where they talk about the music and all. Funny that you guys haven't watched it. This is the video. Elon Musk's girlfriend, I think her name is pronounced as Grimes. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but she's also making music. She's also making music for the game. This is one of her music videos that was released on the Game Awards, and I think it's a thing of beauty, really. I fell in love with this music the moment I listened to it. Can people with enough augmentation be hacked with certain softwares? Yes, netrunners can actually hack people with... They have something like a chip in their hand, and they can pull it out and connect it to their head, and they can hack into them. The problem is if they don't have enough. Actually, you can do that as well. But the problem is if your net running skills is lower than the opponent, when you try to hack into them, your brain might get fried instead. Get what I mean? You shouldn't just hack people out in the blue like that. Could be risky if you're messing with the wrong person. And it seems that a lot of you guys have not really watched the trailers, because in the cinematic trailer, there was this person called Bug, and she actually hacks V, like without even touching him, just like looking at him like a psychic. That's pretty cool, really. Alright, next question, please. Hack responsibly. Has the government outlawed any modifications? Well, the government has no power in Cyberpunk 2077 because the government has lost power. They've lost money and all, so corporations have taken over, and they've evolved from being corporations. They've evolved into mega corporations, where now they are the government. That's why there are no such thing as government police and medical staff. There's no more hospitals and all. But you have the cyber cops, where they work for the rich and they work in the not overpopulated, the rich cities and all, the popular cities. That's where you can find corporal cops. And for the medical staff, we have this group of nice people called the trauma team. Now, the thing about trauma team is that these fellas are way scarier than the corporal cops, because these guys, if you have something like a, first of all, if you want to get help by these guys, you need to have a membership. And if you have something like a premium membership, these people would literally kill civilians just to get to you and save you. They have something like a chip on you so that they could check on your heart rate or something. Oh, I think you need to call them. But the moment they realize that you're about to die, or you get a, yeah, they would know if your pulse goes down and all. The moment they realize that, they would come to try to save you in like 2 or 3 minutes, maybe even 1 minute, and they won't stop at anything. They will destroy everyone, as you can see here. This person is just giving this person what do you call this? I forgot his tool. It's trying to it's trying to revive him, while these three people are making sure that nobody comes even close to him. You get too close, this motherfucker is gonna shoot you in the head. That's how brutal the trauma team actually is. They're worse, way worse than the corporal cops. Or maybe it's just that I haven't actually seen the corporal cops yet. Yeah, maybe it's that. I only have seen the trauma team, haven't seen the corporal cops yet. These guys make an appearance in the 2018 trailer and on the 2018 48-minute demo. You can see that these guys are assholes. Even when you save a life, when you take the victim and you give it to them, they still ask you to back off. They don't even say thank you. They're that dedicated to their job. Really interesting. Really. I wish you never get copper today, because, well, that's one of the reasons that I might not get hit by coppers, because I make videos like I play Doom and all. That immediately takes away copper from me. And Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a mature game. Is everyone anti-vax? No, they're not. There might be a small amount of people, but they're probably dead by now. Or they might not exist. Can you hire hitmen in Cyberpunk or something like that? It might be a possibility, because in Cyberpunk you can choose classes, like roles. What's it, classes? Where's the picture I'm going for? Not this. So here. This is the Cyberpunk. Oh, it's too blur. Was it like something story routes? Background routes? I forgot the name of it. Let me go to my boy Neon Arcade here. This is not still in content, fellas. I'm just trying to find the one word. Life paths. I think that's the word. Yep, it's life paths. Yep, over here. So if you're there's a nomad, there's a street kid, and there's a corporate. I think everyone is gonna go with street. A lot of people are gonna go with street kid, because I definitely am gonna go with street kid at the start. So nomad, street kid, and corporate. I wish there's a better resolution for this picture. Can't read it that much. But give me a second here. Sorry. Okay, so if you're a corporate, then yeah, you might be able to hire hitmen. Will you get noticed? Well, you have right now. Talking about cyberdonks will definitely get rid of kappa. You're right. Alright. Is it healthy for me to play Cyberpunk 20 hours a day? I don't think so. And the bad thing is that if you play for 20 hours a day, you get to finish the game pretty fast. And when that happens, you don't get to enjoy every bit of the game. Get what I mean? It's like watching anime. It's better to watch like one episode a day than to just binge watch an entire season in one day. Because when you binge watch one season, you forget a lot of things. While if you watch one episode a day, you get to think about that one episode you watch it for the entire day, and you get excited for the next episode. You watch an entire season, and you already feel like when there's no season two, you feel like you've wasted your time, I guess. And like I said, you forget a lot of the story. So don't rush it. Take your time while playing it. Also, thank you for saying bless you. Is the Cyberpunk story single player or multiplayer? It's single player, but the devs said that they have plans to release multiplayer. They haven't really started on it, but they say once the game has been released, that's when they'll start to work on multiplayer. It's really, and I don't really know how they're gonna play multiplayer though. I don't know how they're gonna make it because the creators of Cyberpunk are CD Projekt Red, and they've never made a multiplayer game before. The games that they've made are The Witcher 1, 2, 3. Currently, I have The Witcher 2. I haven't finished it yet. And The Witcher 2 is really hard to play. Who the hell is this guy? Yeah. Oh, wait, this is the person I was talking about earlier. She's called Bug, and she can hack you just by looking at you, which is pretty creepy. Are you, are you gonna stream? Jesus. Are you gonna stream Cyberpunk? I'm gonna record it because when I stream it, I can only stream in 1080p. If I stream any more higher than the quality of like the performance of the stream, it might lag. So I might just record the game in maybe 4K or 1440p. Probably 1440p because I'm gonna get a new monitor. Because if you guys remember Kudere Ghost? He's another DDLC YouTuber. He told me that I need to buy a 1440p monitor because the 4K monitor forces my graphics card to push out too much power, and when that happens, my performance goes down. If I have a 1440p monitor, it doesn't push my graphics card too hard, and it could actually the performance would actually be better. Is nuclear warfare pretty common in the world of set of Cyberpunk? It's not common, but it did happen. With That's how the Fourth Corporate War ended, with a nuke, and Johnny was supposed to be killed by it. Fun fact: he is the main character of Cyberpunk 2013 and 2020. But then Mike Pondsmith, the gaming Morgan Freeman, I call him that. This guy, I call him the what Morgan Freeman, Morgan, fucking hell, Morgan Freeman of gaming, because he has, first of all, he's black, he has freckles, whatever you call these small black things, blackheads, well, whatever. I'm just gonna call him freckles. He has those things, and he has a golden voice. I swear to God, if he was a narrator, it would be the best story. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so Cyberpunk 2013 and 2020 ended with the it ended with a nuke. So this was 2013, Johnny Silverhand. This 2020, and this 2077. One thing you should know about Johnny is that in 2013 is this guy who had a lot of hope in him. In 2020, he was fighting for his morals and all, and then he got shot with a shotgun and his body got cut in half. And then he is 2077 Johnny, where he has lost hope and he just doesn't give a shit anymore. Silverhand acts as V's guide to the city and will be with him or her for most of the game. Throughout the game, the player will be haunted by the digital ghost of Silverhand, suggesting that he is physically dead. The full gameplay scope of Silverhand's involvement with the character is not yet fully known, but he will make comments on the player's actions through voiceover and will occasionally appear in-game as a hologram. Figuring out the mystery of Johnny Silverhand's digital ghost is a large part of the main plot line. Dialogue: wake the fuck up, samurai. You have a city to burn. And that graphics card to burn as well. Alright. I'm on spring break when the game comes out, so I'm pretty lucky. I'm technically on holiday right now, since I haven't really gotten to college yet. Do you like single player more than multiplayer? Yes, I do. I do love single player more, because multiplayers you play with assholes. In single player you just play with bots. I like Morgan Freeman narrate me being dragged through glass, and I willingly agree. I wonder, yeah, I wonder about that too. I don't think so, because I think I haven't played The Witcher 3, so I don't know if this is a thing. I think it'll be kind of like, what game was it? You know how like in Sekiro, once you finish the main story, you could still technically play the game, and then you start with New Game Plus, where you restart the story and you still have the stuff that you had. And do I play R6? Yes, I do, but I only play with with some friends. Technically, he is immortal. He's just not physically alive anymore. Just his soul. It's kind of sad. He just lives in you. If if you jack off, he's watching you. So probably shouldn't have said that. All right, next question. Or do you guys want? Have I played God of War? I've only played the PSP versions though. The Chain of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. I do know the lore, and I have watched gameplay of it though. All right. So, any more questions? Any last questions? Or should we just start moving on into the videos where I can first show you guys the videos, let you guys watch it with me, and then I could replay it again and I could break it down for you guys. If I can. What's my thoughts on the World War III thing? I don't think it's gonna happen, and if Iran is going to fight with America, Iran is going to be destroyed. Because, America, one of the biggest armies, they have nukes, tanks, armor-piercing guns. If they decide to just release even a quarter of the entire army, Iran is going to be fucked. So that's that. Why? What happened to my channel? Why are you guys saying F? Did I get banned or something? Hello? Oh, okay. Don't just put F. You guys will make me scared. Cause there was the time when I got demonetized and seriously gave me a heart attack. Am I still monetized? Yeah, but I am monetized, thank God. Thank goodness. Yep, monetized. Don't just type in F, okay? Do I have any favorite characters? What characters? Like anime characters or or the Cyberpunk characters? Because if I have a favorite, it's obviously gonna be Johnny Silverhand. Because Keanu, John Wick. I don't think he's not really John Wick here. Ooh, Cyberpunk 2020. Is there a cure for depression in the future? I don't really think so. But we do have drugs, I guess. Drugs is not really a cure, it's just like it all makes it worse. No, we don't have a cure for depression. Depression is probably worse in the future. Or depression just changes into rage in the future, maybe. Fun fact. I don't think it's much of a fun fact. When 2077 happens, I'll be 76 years old. And if like Cyberpunk exists, I would actually be kind of alive and actually healthy, because medicine will be improved in the future. There was this one dude. I think it's called Saburo Arasaka. I think he's the founder of no, his name is not Saburo. I don't know what his name is. He's an old dude. Yeah, his name is Saburo. How the fuck do I remember? So he's a really old dude, but thanks to the Thanks to medicine, I guess he is able to survive. I think it's 100 something. Or is around my age. I do not know. How old is he? And I think he was the founder of Arisaka. No, not gonna tell me his age. No, no, no. Um, I mean, technically, we do have drugs for depression. You know, Jesus, he's super old. 1919. I thought he's my age. Jesus Christ. 101 years old. And he's still alive. He looks younger over here. His eyes are cybernetic. He has a cyber optic, which is the eye. Cybernetic arm. Wheelchair. And chipper. He's the CEO of Arisaka. Let's read about him. I don't know much about him actually. Saburo is a megalomaniacal and obsessed. He considers himself as the most adept man to have ever lived, and sees it as his duty to elevate Japan to what he sees as its form of glory. Classic Japanese villain. Why? What happened? But we haven't talked anything about kids. Alright, although he is an ancient fossil and physically decrepit, Saburo Arasaka remains a genius that he always was in his younger years. Consequently, he never gave up his control over the Arisaka Corporation. His eldest son, Kei, is the chief executive officer of the corporation. But that being said, Saburo is still the chairman of the board and the true puppeteer behind all the major corporate decisions. Due to his age of 101, as of 2020, he probably died in 2020, Saburo is confined to a wheelchair. Doctors on multiple occasions have informed him that his body cannot stand anymore cybernetic or organic replacements. What kind of sentence is that? Doctors on multiple occasions have informed him that his body cannot stand any more cybernetic or organic replacements. That's kind of a dumb sentence. As a result of this, he seldom leaves the Arisaka family compound near Tokyo, and he never goes outside his beloved Japan. Oh, so we might have a connection to Japan. I mean, we do have a connection to Japan, but we might be able to go to Japan. Maybe not. Despite his disabilities, he makes occasional trips to the Tokyo headquarters and a research facility in northern Honshu. However, most of his time where he participates in board meetings and ex-executive conferences, he does this via a two-way screen or in a brain dance universe where he appears as a feudal Japanese lord. Often his eldest son, Kei, serves as an intermediary. So brain dance is the substitute for drugs in the future, where you get basically you take it and it's a drug, but it's not really a drug. Jesus, it's hard to explain that. You get it's kind of like it's kind of like virtual reality, but instead of wearing goggles, you just take this drug. You take it and you go into this universe. You get what I mean? You do the brain dance and Jesus, it's hard to explain. You take the brain dance and it's kind of like the Matrix, I guess, where you can create your own world and all. If you guys have watched the Matrix, there's this one scene where Neo fights with Morpheus in a dojo, something like that. You can create your own world. So he creates his own world where he looks like a Japanese feudal lord. It's pretty funny. All right. Where is it set? What do you mean? Japan and America, I guess. Mostly America. Sayuri would be dead actually, because 2077. You will technically not be able to join a corporation. You can be able to work for them, but you'll always be a solo. That question was that question was asked to the Cyberpunk devs. They've asked them, "Can we join any gangs? Can we get like take part in them, become a gang member?" And they've told that you can't permanently stay in any gang. You can just work for them. So there we go. It's probably the same thing. Probably goes for the corporations as well, and you can't topple them because you're not strong enough. You're just one dude, and all. And you try messing with the corporations too much, you're gonna end up getting screwed because they are corrupt. You shouldn't really trust them. Even though if you choose the, even though if you became into like what do you call it? You become into what's the word for it again? Even though if you choose the life path of being a corporate, they could still screw you over. Damn it, drama team. These guys were super cool when I first saw them. They still are cool, by the way. They are medical guys, and yet they're so brutal. Ironic, isn't it? They kill people to save a life. Alright, next. I think once we reach the 1 hour mark, I will start to show you guys videos. Let's keep reading. Saburo's private office at the family compound has a terminal interlink with the R&D computer. From this, he can consult the database system of the analysts who worked on it. Saburo is a Fuck me, I can't pronounce shit. Saburo is a megalomaniacal and obsessed. He is highly ignorant, arrogant, and considers himself as the most adept man that has and will ever exist. And he sees it as his duty to elevate Japan to what he believes is its formal glory. This is what I read just now. He works tirelessly to see this ideal come true. His family believe his dedication to his work is the thing that keeps him alive. 101 years old. Saburo concentrated so hard on building his empire that he did not even begin having children until he was in his 60s. He firmly believes in the traditional Japanese values and enforces them rigidly at the family compound. That's a good thing, I guess. He also maintains a classical decor inside the compound, dismissing any non-functional modern appointing. I guess the only good thing about him is that he loves his culture and wants to keep it. Saburo plans to have his personality downloaded to an AI at the moment of his death. The equipment to accomplish this task is always ready 24 hours a day at the Arisaka headquarters infirmary in Tokyo. A special team is on call every day to transport him if he takes ill or suffers any sort of trauma. Jesus fucking Christ. There's a lot more to him. I will not get the Cyberdong. I don't even think if it's available. There is a mod where you can strengthen your punches and all. I might get that. Now, since I'm a JoJo fan, I might be able to get a modification that allows me to beat the shit out of my opponents. Alright, I'm gonna read this. This is pretty interesting. Saburo Arisaka was born in Tokyo, Japan in 1919. His father was a businessman and Arisaka founder Sasai Arisaka, and could trace his lineage back to the age of samurai. He grew up in the Arisaka family estate, located just outside of Tokyo, and at the young age, he joined the Imperial Japanese Navy as a fighter pilot. He quickly rose through the ranks, and by the age of 23, he had already attained the rank of lieutenant. As a skilled flying ace, he had over 20 confirmed kills, and is said to have a fierce pride both towards his country and the emperor. In 1942, during a routine bombing run over Guadalcanal, his plane was almost shot down. Heavily injured, he managed to return flight back to base. After delivering his report, he passed out and was transported back to Tokyo, where he discovered that due to his injuries, he would never be able to fly again, and he was also due to be medically discharged. His injuries were so severe that he has lost his left eye, and his right arm was so damaged it was almost amputated. Saburo lamented over his injuries and wished he had died a dignified death over the skies in Guadalcanal, rather than face the humiliation of a cripple. Due to the dishonor he brought himself upon himself and his family, he considered suicide through seppuku. That's the worst way to kill yourself, by the way. You like slice your guts open. On August 15, 1945, the day of the Japanese surrender, Saburo got a new lease on life, where he envisioned a Japan rising above the humiliation of losing the war and becoming an economic powerhouse. He began intense studies into hentai and back to topic. He became intense. He began intense studies into the fields of politics, economics, and history as to become a worthy successor to his father and to assure that Arisaka would one day rule the world. Saburo took over the company in 1960, shortly after his father's death, and branched out from the simple manufacturing that his father started. Banking and security, along with manufacturing, were now the three pillars of the Arisaka Corporation, and by the year 2020, the company had become one of the most powerful corporations in the world. Not to mention, during these years, Saburo's wealth multiplied tenfold, and he had become one of the richest men on the planet. Saburo had undergone numerous surgeries to implant various cybernetics, as well as a new eye and right arm for the ones he lost in World War II. However, by 2020, he is wheelchair bound at his family estate. In his family's estate just outside of Tokyo. As of 2020, he is now 101 years old and has handed over the reins of the company to his elder son, Kei, though it is just for show, as Saro still runs the company from behind the scenes, having final say over everything as his puppet son stands for him. During the fourth corporate... Wait a minute. No, it's no longer canon. No. Oh, come on. So just reading filler then. Or whatever, it's interesting. During the fourth corporate war, Arisaka Corporation faced off against Militech, which resulted in a nuclear bomb which detonated in the center of Night City. Saburo's plans of world domination was becoming a reality as he retreated his forces back to Japan, where it had stockpiled several nuclear missiles with the help of its ally, North Korea. The Japanese Self-Defense Force managed to crush Arasaka's forces and delivered Saburo Arasaka's head to the United States. Saburo thought of himself as the shogun, a military dictator that rules over even that of the emperor. And it was at this time that the company was referred to as the Arasaka Shogunate. Nice. Alright, so what do you guys think so far? Oh, yes. Two wives. Classic. Who's the first person? The person disliked the stream. I guess they have OCD, I guess. They can't see. Whatever. Like his samurai ancestors, Saburo was incredibly proud and honorable. And after his humiliating and crippling defeat... Oh, this is goals. He planned to restore blah blah blah. He planned to restore his honor through seppuku is dampened. Okay, we know about all this, just read it. Saburo uses three keys of his company as tools to further his plans in security, bank, and security black operations. Within a month of his father's passing, black operations such as blackmail, bribery, extortion, assassination, and abduction were already underway. The black operations usually uncover dirt on the important figures such as politicians, celebrities, and other corporate types, which Saburo uses against them, never for money, but for influence and information, as well as these black operations the company uses its security division to steal information from its own clients, who it had sworn to protect. The corporation have been caught and data stolen is not sold on for profit, but rather for Saburo to use. that turns the data to influence business decisions for the most profitable outcome. The bank is primarily used as a bargaining tool against other corporations that may be failing and need a previous load to stay afloat. But it has been known to be used in money laundering. Man, you're an asshole. You're an asshole, Arisaka. What about Militech? Alright, how long has it been? It's been 1 hour and 5 minutes. So, give me a second. Just stretching. Alright, so, are you guys on? Giga Nibba, Kaylin? Are you guys on stream? Because I'm gonna start. Going through the trailers. I won't be able to show you this trailer though because it has copyrighted music. Maybe I'll just mute it. I didn't break my bone, I cracked my knuckles. Okay, Kaylin is here. What about Giganibba? He likes this stuff. In a second, I'm gonna just drink some water. This one of those bottles which has a straw of some sort attached, so it makes a weird noise when I drink it. Let me just give him a little ad on Discord. Oh wait, this is my profile. Roll like one punch, aka Angel of Death. Right. Alright, he is online. He's kind of like a friend of mine, I guess. One of those subs that I talk to once in a while. He likes this Cyberpunk stuff. I kind of like influenced him a little bit, so it's nice when he watches as well. Okay, there you are. We were waiting for you, my friend. Okay, we're gonna watch the trailers, and since some of you guys, I guess a lot of you guys haven't really watched the trailers yet, so I'm just gonna go through them. Some of them I'll let you all watch it first, and then I'll replay it and I'll break it down. Sounds good? I don't think I need to show this one, it's just showing the logo. Right, this one doesn't need music. Because I saw a video where they uploaded a song of this and it got copyright striked. Sucks though that you can't see the music. You can't hear the music. So you just get a black screen. I mean, you just get a muted video. This is in 2013, by the way. Oh, wait a minute. This is Johnny Silverhand's girlfriend, Alt Cunningham. The first person to be able to fully upload their mind, soul, or consciousness to the network. Legend says that she's still trapped in the network. Also, you can get some cybernetics that makes your skin almost indestructible, where even bullets don't go through. And this is the Mantis Blade in action. This girl has gone into cyber psychosis, where she's upgraded her body way too much, and she's gone on a massacre. Flying ships are a thing, but the dev said you can't actually use them. Commissioner J. Hammerman on today's massacre. Huh. What looks terrifying? Oh yeah, and the mantis blades, they are like super sharp. Like they cut through metal like butter. So they're like sharper than fucking, kind of like, you know, those um samurai anime. It's sharper than a anime katana. Also, she becomes one of them. Yep, and this was released on 2013, the first trailer. And then Mike Pondsmith released this video where he talks about his idea of Cyberpunk. He didn't really create Cyberpunk, but he created Cyberpunk 2020, Cyberpunk 2013 first, and then Cyberpunk 2020. He plays a big part in creating Cyberpunk. And now, to those of you guys who haven't already seen this video, you'll kind of get why I call him the gaming Morgan Freeman.
It's rain-wet streets, it's nights like this with fog rolling in, cars, faceless people going by doing the things that they're doing. There's something kind of hypnotic about it. That's when I get inspired to carry what these streets are like, what the city is like, the mysteries, the stories, the thousands and thousands of people that you pass that are going by as shadows in this wet, cold, dangerous environment. I wanted to grab that. I wanted to take it into the future, and where I took it was Cyberpunk. What I loved was the fact that it was a combination of dystopian society, a lot of technology, with this really great overlayer of almost film noir. In a cyberpunk world, I realized real soon, was a world where people had the technology, but it didn't fundamentally change the fact that there was a lot of treacherous, nasty behavior, large weapons, and a lot of sort of serious danger all about. The important part in Cyberpunk is just that. It's not the technology, it's the feel. It's getting that dark, gritty, rain-wet street feeling, but at the same time getting that rock and roll, lost, and desperate and dangerous quality. Cyberpunk is about that interface between people and technology, but not in that transhumanist way where it's all about the technology changing or improving them. It's about how people use things. There's a great Gibson saying, the street finds its uses for things. And that's what Cyberpunk is about. Cyberpunk isn't about saving humanity, it's about saving yourself. Cyberpunk.
This is a really important line.
Saying the street finds its uses for things. And that's what Cyberpunk is about. Cyberpunk isn't about saving humanity, it's about saving yourself.
Cyberpunk isn't about saving humanity, it's about saving yourself. That's how the game goes. You're not a hero, you're just there to save yourself and possibly the ones that you love as well. You can't really save Night City, unfortunately.
We've approached doing this video game numerous times before. We have fought to find somebody who was enough of a fan of the world and the game to not want to go change it around or to stick a label of Cyberpunk on it and then do something totally different. And so when CDPR approached us, what we realized really rapidly was these guys are fans. These guys know the material. They're quoting things back to me I've forgotten. So they got it. And that's an important thing. You have to be able to understand why this world exists. They're dragging my butt all the way over to Poland several times a year. We're excited because there is a really strong element of cross-pollination. There's a really strong element of cooperative building going on. And that's really great. Cyberpunk 2020 was about early cyberpunk. It was a world in which people didn't know a lot about what the tropes were, the feel for it. The great part about 2077 is that it's a mature form of that. We're basically able to progress a larger arc. You're going to get to see the outcomes of things that we started to talk about in the Fourth Corporate War. And we're going to be able to let players who play the previous game to see how those progress, see where they go to, and how they'll shape them. We're looking at the same mucky, nasty Night City that you were in before, just a lot bigger and probably a lot more dangerous, and with a lot of players you don't know about yet. 2077 is about the cyberpunk you thought you knew, scaled up, bigger, badder, stranger. It's the visual component that the frozen pictures we would put in the books can't give you. It's the sound, it's the feel, it's the movement. 77 is going to be about being there. We've gone through a long, long journey, all of us. Those of you who've been fans have waited for us to get the right game together at the right time, the right team. And we were going to wait long enough to make sure it happened the right way. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be the right way. And I can't wait to play it. And I'm hoping you guys will want to play it as much as I want to play it. Because it's going to be a hell of a ride.
He got that right. And that was Mike Pondsmith, the gaming Morgan Freeman. Now you guys understand why I think. Now you understand why I call him that. Also, remember the quote: Cyberpunk isn't about saving humanity, it's about saving yourself. Alright, next. The 2018 trailer. This was the first thing I saw about the game. This is what that got me into Cyberpunk. And I was overjoyed because I actually like Cyberpunk, but I didn't know much about it. The way I knew about Cyberpunk was that back in like 2015, I guess, if you just Google Cyberpunk wallpaper, first you wouldn't get the game wallpapers, you just get great actual Cyberpunk wallpapers like this and this. They look so beautiful and all, and the feel you get, the I don't like to say the word, but the vibes you get, it's so amazing. You feel kind of like alone, but you feel alone in a good way. Just, it's it's really, really, I don't want to use this word, but it's really, really, really breathtaking, the Cyberpunk world. That was, I always looked at the bright side of Cyberpunk, about how beautiful it all was, that I didn't actually look at the dark side of a Cyberpunk. Pollution, corruption, crime, poverty, and all that stuff. Hey look, Keanu. I didn't see this one before. So yeah. That was how I got into like Cyberpunk at first. I didn't know what group to join or anything. I didn't know anything else other than Cyberpunk looks beautiful. And then one day I found this And then one day I found this trailer. And then I was like, finally, I have something to look forward to. And there we go. That's how my obsession of Cyberpunk started. I hate to use the word vibes because I was using that word like I used the word a lot way before all this, like the memes started coming. Like that boy over there just vibing and all that stuff, that kind of shitty memes. I was using the word vibes for like the actual reason. I actually feel good vibes when I look at Cyberpunk wallpapers and all. Fuck. So it really the word vibe has been killed by all these shitty memes. So you guys can get what I mean. It's really, and I don't want to use the pun, but it's really, really breathtaking when you look at Cyberpunk stuff. Like, come on, look at this. It's beautiful. You can just like stand and stare at it for hours. It's so beautiful. it's so good. Yeah, so that's how I got into Cyberpunk. Yeah. No, fuck the vibe check, man. Screw the vibe check. Alright, so this was the trailer that got me into Cyberpunk. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna mute my mic so you guys won't get the buzzing or whatever. Hey, if you want the wallpaper, just DM me on Discord and I'll send them to you.
In 2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues, sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion. But it's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going. It's a city of dreams, and I'm a big dreamer.
And that's the trailer that got me into Cyberpunk. Now I'm gonna give you guys some breathing time first, and then I'll replay the trailer and tell you guys everything I know about it, like pinpoint some details. And also, first of all, what do you guys think about the trailer? Pretty cool, huh? Not as good as the cinematic trailer that they just released, but still pretty good, in my opinion. So what do you guys think? Awkward silence. Alright. And back when I first watched this trailer, like Cyberpunk was kind of like my special thing. Because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this game. This is when Cyberpunk wasn't popular, by the way, when this trailer was released. Cyberpunk 2077 only increased in popularity once Keanu Reeves was revealed. That's when it kind of went into superstardom, came like a mainstream game. Before that, Cyberpunk was kind of like one of these games that not everybody would have heard of. Get what I mean? Yeah, there's definitely gonna be weird shit with robots. If you mean sexual shit, then yeah, obviously. There are gonna be sex bots as well, and all that stuff. It's kind of expected, really. Alright, and why isn't the chat? Okay. And okay, this time I'm gonna be like pinpointing some details in the game and teaching you guys about some stuff. Let me just reduce the volume a bit.
In 2077, they
First of all, this was the map that I showed you guys just now.
voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues, sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else.
Arisaka building, by the way. And if you guys notice that compared to the regular skyscrapers, the Arasaka building is actually armored. At least I think it is armored.
Can't deny it, it's all true.
No, actually, I haven't really. I haven't really looked at this place yet, but we actually have a Night City Police. This Jesus fucking Christ, my pronunciation. Night City Police. Night City Police Department. Finally, I have a problem with pronouncing stuff, by the way. It doesn't really happen all the time, but when I'm streaming, it obviously happens because I have this feeling of people watching over me. I think you guys can get the feeling as well. Your favorite movie starring Keanu was Constantine. Mine is obviously John Wick. But then again, John Wick were the only Keanu movies I've ever watched. I've recently watched Matrix with my dad, so that's that. I'm gonna watch the Matrix series now. Can you buy off the P? I don't really know. Maybe if you're a corporate guy, you might be able to. Otherwise, I'm not sure.
But everybody still wants to live here. Can't deny it, it's all true.
Mobility scooters are still a thing. And obese people. Oh yeah, fun fact about food. I've already said this multiple times, but food like meat is no longer legal, by the way. Real meat is only a luxury that rich people can get, or you can get in like the black market. Because most of the animals have been wiped out due to global warming. So most of the meat that these people eat are synthetic meat. Yeah.
But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion. But it's there, just around the corner. And it keeps you going.
Yep, and this will be a thing in the game. Boxing or fighting. I'm really looking forward to this one. Because you might be able to fight with dummies and all. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to fight in fighting tournaments. Maybe.
It's a city of dreams.
Give me a second.
It's a city.
I haven't really looked through this place yet. And I just noticed, is this a guy? I think it's a guy. Or might just be a girl with short hair. Hopefully it's just a girl with short hair. I ain't into the gay stuff, you know.
Your dreams. And I'm a big dreamer.
Oh yeah, and this person is called Lizzie Wizzy. It's a really funny name, but she's a musician, celebrity in Night City, and she's voiced by Elon Musk's girlfriend, Grimes, one of the musicians in the game, the one that made this song. It was only revealed recently in the Game Awards that she'll be voicing Lizzie Wizzy, so that's a great thing. Here's the what do you call them, the trauma team. By the way, that guy died because he got hacked. His brain got hacked by this dude or girl. By the way, you can clearly see that this is going on in the news. This person hacked them and killed them. He has armored skin that doesn't allow. Jesus Christ, that's the Soviet Union logo on his skin, on his plate, whatever you call it. Can you guys notice? I just noticed this, the Soviet Union logo. It's 2077, dude. Come on. Yes, the name is Lizzie Wizzy. It's pretty cartoonish name. I admit, but yeah, that's the name. Also, the bullets can penetrate his skin, and the person that is attacking them is the motherfucking trauma team. These people are medical staff. They're supposed to save lives, and yet this is what they do. They don't stop. They don't care if they don't. They just want to go and help their clients. So they don't care if anyone is in their way. They just maul them down. So there we go. That's that for the official 2018 trailer. I think I'll go through the other trailers because the 48-minute demo is 48 minutes, really long. Maybe I'll probably skip the Q&A video. If you guys want to, we can keep this as last, but I think it'll be pretty boring. We've already went through it once. You guys can watch it. I don't. Give me a second. The video is gonna be hard to find. It's hard to find my original content in this ocean of DDLC. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? A lot of Sekiro. A little bit of Nier Automata. Ah, there we go. Yep, this is the video. Reacting to the Cyberpunk 2077 cinematic trailer, behind the scenes, and Cyberpunk 2077 creator interview video. That's a pretty long title. Yeah, original content. But unfortunately, despite me wanting to make original content, DDLC is what gives me views. That's really sad. And yeah, so if you guys wanna see me like reacting to this video, just go ahead and click on this one. Right now we're gonna watch the 2019 cinematic trailer, my favorite one. Not really.
Show no respect, and no shit, nobody goes this deep. This evening, followed by gunshots from several blocks down the street. Fortunately, fire crews report they managed to contain the blaze. Authorities are now.
V, my man, you made it. You blowing up all over the news. Are you alone?
I just want the money.
You got the chip? All right, start her up, Bug. Why don't you go to the bathroom, wash up, we gonna be with you in a minute.
What?
Oh, come on, man. Your neck, it's a mess.
While hotel security has yet to comment, we do know the suspect seems to have fled the scene.
Initiating combat mode.
Go!
Destination confirmed.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Alright, in and out, bitches! We're rich! Oh, we are going to the major leagues, Jackie! Jack? Oh, shit!
No. Okay, get to a clinic, now.
Mr. Wells' condition is critical.
Go!
Immediate medical
It's gonna
help
be
is
okay,
required.
just hold on, Hey, just think about all the good shit we're gonna have, huh?
I'm sorry.
Take the fucking chip decks.
Every corporal cop in this city is gonna be blasting down these doors after what you and your psycho friend did. We didn't need all this cocksucking attention, damn it.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
And that was the 2019 trailer. One of the best ones, I think. So what do you guys think? Giganibus says that this was the trailer that got him to Cyberpunk. Really fun fact. When I was actually at I was trying to watch E3 2019 live, but due to time zones, E3 2019 was like 3 a.m. for me, or like 5 a.m. or something. I was trying to be awake. I was trying to keep awake so I can watch it live, but then turns out I slept. When I woke up, I saw Keanu Reeves all over the internet, and know that I haven't watched a single Keanu Reeves movie at all at this point. So I just know that he's that John Wick guy, and if you kill his dog, he's gonna kill you and your entire family. That's all I knew about Keanu Reeves, and he's that Matrix guy. So I was like, okay, we have a celebrity in the game now. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, why is everyone hyped? And then I watched John Wick, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is why they're hyped. And I'm like, fuck yeah, we have motherfucking John Wick in the game, and all that. And really, another fun fact, he swears a lot in this game. Like at one point in the game, he says, "You really think people give a rat's dick about what you wear?" He actually says that. Keanu Reeves says that. That's a fun thing. Alright, so now I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna like break it down a bit. I'm gonna point out some details. We have a fast food restaurant over here. Just noticed that. Data Inc. Arisaka. And nothing else. And by the way, this is another Cyberdong ad. I don't know why I noticed it, but this is another Cyberdong ad over here. And I think over here is not about Cyberdongs, but it's related.
Show no respect, but no shit, nobody.
This guy, by the way, he has muscle modifications. I'll explain it later.
V, my man, you made it.
And this is Dexter Deshawn. He is one of Night City's fixers. He would give you a task to do, and if you succeed, you'll end up in the big leagues. If you don't succeed, like our boy V over here, you'll be thrown out. So one few noticeable features about this guy is that one thing, he wears 2 watches or 2 bracelets. He has a cigar and he has a golden arm and he has a very bad hairline. Well, it's just fashion these days.
You blowing up all over the news. Are you alone?
I just want the money.
You got the chip? All right, start her up, Bug.
This is Bug, one of the best netrunners so far in the game. Also, thank you for watching to the TV. See you soon.
Why don't you go to the bathroom, wash up? We gonna be with you in a minute.
What?
Oh, come on, man. Your neck, it's a mess.
While hotel security has yet to comment, we do know the suspect seems to have fled the scene.
You can actually, when you do missions, you can actually choose to do it like in stealth and all, but and this is what happens if you don't. And I think it's actually better to be in stealth than to go guns blazing like this. One thing is that your partner can die like this, and this is like probably choice based. Your partner might die on your wrong decision, you know, might not be fixed that he must die, but you get what I mean.
Initiating combat mode.
Go!
Destination confirmed.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Alright! In and out, bitches! We're rich! Oh, we are going to the major leagues, Jackie! Jack? Oh, shit! No. Okay, get to a clinic, now!
Mr. Wells' condition is critical.
Go!
Immediate medical
It's gonna
help
be
is
okay,
required.
just hold on, Hey, just think about all the good shit we're gonna have, huh? I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. That's the immortality chip, by the way. The story for Cyberpunk 2077 is that you're V, a mercenary, and you're in search of the immortality chip. And in that chip lives Johnny Silverhand.
Take the fucking chip, Dex.
Every corporal cop in this city's gonna be blasting down these doors after what you and your psycho friend did. We didn't need all this cocksucking attention, damn it.
And if you guys notice, by the buff dude's arm, like I mentioned earlier, he has muscle enhancements. I don't think you can notice it that much, but he does have muscle enhancements. And this is what I said, when some netrunners can actually hack you by just looking at you.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
You know, if there's one thing I don't like about Cyberpunk is that the cover. It looks super generic. and yellow is like, yellow is not supposed to be the base color of Cyberpunk. It's supposed to be like kind of like this, a black background or a blue purple background and then yellow. It shouldn't be the background. Kind of like removes the Cyberpunk vibe out of it. You get what I mean? I hate to say the word vibe now. Alright, so okay, 1:45. Alright, so next video will be, yes, the Xbox E3 2019 briefing. There's nothing to break down, we're just gonna watch it.
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
How's it going? Hello, Los Angeles. E3. Yeah. All right. Good to see you. Thank you. All right. All right. I gotta talk to you about something. I gotta talk to you about something. CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk 2077. All right. A while back, the guys from CD Projekt Red approached me and asked me to be a part of their new project, Cyberpunk 2077. They were going on and on about how they'd create this vast open world with a branching storyline, how you'd be able to customize your character through in-game choices. And it's not something I knew before, but I was excited by. And I'm always drawn to fascinating stories. Cyberpunk is set in a metropolis of the future, where body modification has become an obsession. You play as an outlaw, an enhanced mercenary working in the sleazy underbelly of the city. Yeah. Okay, but let me tell you, the feeling of being there, of walking the streets of the future, is really going to be breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. All right. So, I guess I got to finish this. So tell me, do you guys want to know when the release date? Yeah. All right. Then check this out.
16th of April. Okay, right now, what are the videos we have left? We have the deep dive video. Yeah, we can watch that. We can watch the music video. I think the music video, I think you guys should watch it, like on your own time. I don't want to get risk getting copyright striked. Give me a second. Let me just see first. Let me see if I got any copyright strikes from the music earlier. I can't really see my stream. Yeah, I don't think I got copyright strike. It hasn't shown me any. It hasn't shown me any warnings or anything. So yep, deep dive video it is. Maybe behind the music first. Yeah, it's 1 minute 34 seconds. In this video, you can't really get that much information from it. It goes on pretty quickly, so try to pay attention.
Even in the dystopian future, hard rap lives on.
We want to provide you with the soundtrack to fucking shit up. I mean, we're not here as refused, we're here as samurai. It's a very interesting thing to be part of.
We really work on these songs, trying to make them as good as possible.
I think my music fits with Night City because both are scary and pretty at the same time.
My music will be featured in Cyberpunk 2077. I'm super excited.
It's quite rebellious and it's quite noisy and aggressive. I think industrial is the word.
I can't wait to see how the two worlds actually meet. I mean, it's been a lot of fun playing these beats.
It's very punk rock in the way in its approach. You're building these systems to make really rugged, rough, edgy music.
Psychedelic, trippy, yet uplifting and engaging.
And you could see a lot of kind of industrial stuff and revolution happening.
Sort of mixing punk music and like what electronic music could be in the future.
So we have some tracks that are super dirty, super heavy, and then we have some tracks that are very beautiful and ambient.
That was just a glimpse of what we have in store for you. See you in Night City.
I think I can break down some stuff. Second.
Even in the dystopian future, hard rap lives on.
So we have rap.
We want to provide you with the soundtrack to fucking shit up.
I mean, we're not here as refused, we're
By the way, he's the guy, or at least his band, Refused, is the band that made the song of Chippin' In and Never Fade Away. The song that I play before the streams.
here as samurai. It's a very interesting thing to be part of.
We really work on these songs, trying to make them as good as possible.
I think my music fits with Night City because both are...
And this is Elon Musk's girlfriend, Grimes. I still think that I'm butchering her name.
Scary and pretty at the same time.
My music will be featured in Cyberpunk 2077. I'm super excited.
So maybe I don't really know anything about his music, but I think that is a mumble rapper. Kind of looks like it, you know, if it's the cookie cutter. There might be a mumble rap because, yeah.
It's quite rebellious and it's quite noisy and aggressive. I think industrial is the word.
I can't wait to see how the two worlds actually meet. I mean, it's been a lot of fun playing these beats.
It's very punk rock in the way in its approach. You're building these systems to make really rugged, rough, edgy music.
Psychedelic, trippy, yet...
So yeah, with this, it's confirmed that we will have EDM music.
Lifting and...
Also, hey, Miranda Cosgrove.
Engaging.
And you could see a lot of kind of industrial stuff and revolution happening.
Sort of mixing punk music and like what electronic music could be in the future.
So we have some tracks that are super
music
and
like what electronic music could be in the
apparently riding a go-kart is music.
Future.
So we have some tracks that are super dirty, super heavy, and then we have some tracks that are very beautiful and ambient.
That was just a glimpse of what we have in store for you. See you in Night City.
That's the music part. And now for the deep dive. I'm just mute my mic.
Hey V, you alright?
Let's do this.
Keep out with this shit.
Actually, you know what? I don't think I can actually like show you guys the full video and then watch it again. I don't think you guys will like that because, you know, 14 and 20 minutes. I mean 14 minutes and 20 seconds and all. So I think I'll still do this like pauses or anything. No, that was not Miranda. That was not Miranda Cosgrove. I was making a joke.
Okay. What now?
By the way, what they're actually doing here is they're not giving her ice bath. They are getting her ready to make her do net running. Because sometimes when you do net running, basically when you're doing net running, you're making your body into a computer. So you know that computers overheat. When that happens, if your computer overheats, it goes boom. Not really boom. It gets you know, it gets destroyed, spoiled, and whatever. So we don't want that to happen to us. We don't want we don't want our brain to get fried when we do net running.
Pare. Johnny.
Tu pare? On a plongé.
No, you ain't dumb.
Where are we?
Our BBS, Data Fortress.
And these are the Voodoo Boys, by the way. This group, this is the leader, and they are apparently the best netrunners in Night City. Their goals is to there is this wall, I guess. I'll show you guys. They want to contact AI. I forgot what's the word. I'll show you guys later.
Bridge to the deep net.
Yep, they want to go to the deep net and release the AI and communicate with them. And you can choose to side with them, or you can choose to be against them. Personally, I would be against them because, you know, AI never actually ends well.
Beyond, there are no borders. Beyond the black wall.
Yeah, that's the word, the black wall. This is the black wall is created by the government netrunners, I think, so that nobody would actually have access to the deep net. The name of the bike is called the Yaiba Kusanagi. It's the bike is kind of like a reference to the bike that in the movie Akira.
Welcome to the Cyberpunk 2077 2019 deep dive video. In last year's gameplay reveal, we showed you our vision for the world of Cyberpunk 2077, its quests, and visual design. This year, we'd like to give you a peek at some of the playstyles you'll be able to adopt as your character progresses through the story.
Here goes nothing.
You're about to see sequences embodying two distinct approaches to playing Cyberpunk. We'll show you a strong solo build, that is, a character who focuses on employing blunt force and taking instant action, and a netrunner build, a playstyle taking frequent advantage of stealth tactics, hacking, and battlefield control achieved using malicious software. Additionally, you'll learn more about Pacifica, one of the game's districts, two gangs, the Animals and the Voodoo Boys, and you'll see glimpses of Johnny Silverhand, the digital construct who haunts our main character, V. A word of construct who haunts our main character, V.
That's him over here.
A word of caution. Given that the video covers a section of the game deep into the main storyline, we have edited the footage to contain as few spoilers as possible. Be aware that the gameplay as presented does reveal characters and locations you'll see while playing the game's main story arc. So watch at your own discretion.
Where are we headed?
As Peralez's campaign promise,
this way.
In this video, you'll experience a segment of a quest from the middle of the game. We're currently in Pacifica, one of Night City's 6 unique districts.
You know Pacifica well?
Nah. You guys aren't exactly great at rolling out the welcome mat for outsiders.
It was designed to be a tourist hotspot within the city. As you can see, this didn't pan out. When uncertainty struck the global economy, investors pulled their funding, leaving most establishments unfinished. It's one of those places where expectations and reality collided, resulting in a heap of disappointment. Ongoing gang wars plague this part of the city. Outsiders don't come here if they don't have to. Even by Night City's standards, it's dangerous to those unfamiliar with it. taking a casual stroll here would not be a good idea. A fast motorbike or armor-plated car would be the safer option. But places like this have their advantages. If you're in need of rare goods or illegal cyberware, Pacifica's bustling local markets are a good place to start your search.
But like I said earlier, if you go take this kind of like the black market, I guess. If you're not careful, you might actually get scammed, or you might get a risky cyberware that might frick up your system.
The Grand Imperial Mall is a whole other story. It was one of the last developments in Pacifica to lose its funding. Until recently it stood vacant, but now a gang called the Animals has moved in for reasons unknown.
Something's not going right for the big guy up top.
And that's what we need to learn in order to earn the trust of the Voodoo Boys, the Animals' rivals.
What the hell?
Could fucking tell me what you plan to do first.
You take job. You do what I say. So you jack in now.
Of the many gangs in Cyberpunk 2077, the Voodoo Boys are the most skilled at using the net.
You have now seen the Blazo Agwe, our subnet.
Why? What for?
You are my vessel now. Through Agwe, I see what you see, hear what you hear.
This mysterious gang of highly skilled netrunners has close ties to the local Haitian community.
You are V. We have been waiting.
Haitians settled in Pacifica in the 2060s after natural disasters struck their island and forced them to emigrate en masse. The Voodoo Boys gang formed around this same time, though at a smaller scale. Now the gang effectively rules Pacifica. The Voodoo Boys don't usually work with outsiders. Lucky for us, it seems they're prepared to make an
By the way, that chicken is a real chicken, and it's actually legal to kill one and eat them.
exception this time.
Mr. Hand sent me. He said you got merc work needs doing.
Still, to earn their trust, we need to prove our worth. Placide, one of the Voodoo Boys' higher-ups, has offered us a mission. We need to infiltrate the Grand Imperial Mall, currently occupied by the Voodoo Boys' deadly enemy, a gang called the Animals.
20:35:07. 3 seconds before, poof, the camionette. We try to learn where the camionette come from.
The Animals are not your normal gang. Their presence in Pacifica is suspicious. They value might above all else and wear melee combat implants to raise their prowess in combat. Their beverage of choice is juice, a potent strength and speed-enhancing concoction. As sought-after bouncers, they're usually dispersed throughout town. As skilled street-level business types, they've cornered the market in illegal substances and underground live-or-die prize fights. When they converge in one spot, it's for something big. It's then they appoint the fastest and strongest among them as their ad hoc leader. In this case, it's a woman named Sasquatch.
Said you wanted my vet. No. As far as I remember, you said no bone brain buffaloes on steroids. Afraid that's the cost of doing biz.
This is the tech Placide was talking about. It seems non-standard for the Animals. And this is where we come in. Getting to the van won't be easy, but we're more than qualified for the job, which we can complete in one of many ways. The character creation in Cyberpunk 2077.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Let me just read it for you. First of all, is the street kid, the most common one, I guess. They say if you want to understand the streets, you gotta live them. Gangs, fixers, dolls, small-time pushers, you were raised by them all. Down here, the law of the jungle dictates the weak serve the strong. The only law in Night City you have yet to break.
Is the kind you'd expect from a full-fledged RPG. You start by choosing.
It's not really a good idea to join the Animals though, because they might be strong, buff and all, but they're really, really dumb.
Your past important because this unlocked from a full.
Roaming the Badlands, looting scrapyards, raiding fuel depots. Life on the road wasn't easy, but growing up in a nomad clan has its perks: honesty, integrity, and a love of freedom. Qualities that few in Night City possess and no amount of money can buy. By the way, Nomad is actually kind of like Mad Max. You guys watched the movie, you'll know.
Pledged RPG. You start by.
And then corporates. Few leave the corporate world with their life, few are still with their souls intact. You've been there, you've bent the rules, exploited secrets, and weaponized information. There's no such thing as a fair game. Only winners and losers.
By choosing your past, important because this unlocks special options at important story junctures. You also fully customize your character using a deep customization system that spans not only your look and style, but also your abilities. Cyberpunk 2077 does not feature fixed classes. Instead, it has a fluid class system that allows players to mix and match a wide range of abilities to suit their playstyles. You can create a strong solo character, a skilled netrunner, or any other hybrid class you can imagine. Let's see how a solo playstyle in Cyberpunk 2077 might work. Solos prefer a direct approach. They use guns and might to get things done. So let's wreak some havoc. With our enhanced strength, we can strip this turret of its weapons and give the animals a taste of their own medicine. This is how a player investing in solo abilities might live out their Terminator power fantasy. Enhanced strength lets us force open doors, or grab enemies to use as human shields. We also gain access to powerful melee combat cyberware. So even someone as fast and strong as Sasquatch, the leader of this group of animals, is not impossible to beat for a solo. But Sasquatch has a different game plan. She's out to jack in and hack us. Let's see how this plays out.
This is how you hack people, by the way.
Ready for some fun? Proceed. What's going on?
Trying to scramble you. Deal with him.
It's our choice if we want to finish her off or spare her. Your Cyberpunk, your rules. If you'd rather sneak around, hide, and strike from the shadows, no problem. Just develop your netrunning skills to get around obstacles or hack into enemy tech to have it do the dirty work for you. Netrunning abilities mean hacking skills that let us use our cyber deck to breach access points. For this, we fill the buffer of our cyber deck with a string of instructions represented by these letters and numbers. Matching the instructions for basic access grants us control of devices connected to this network. The more instructions we match, the more control we gain over elements in the network. We can hack our way through in numerous ways. A quick hack may grant us control of the security camera. Another one should let us tweak the difficulty of the training bot to create a distraction. With our nanowire, we can even hack this guy's implants from a distance.
Kind of like Spider-Man, and first of all, you can also, I think you can cut people. You can cut people up with the nanowires. Kind of like, you know, in Iron Man 2, at one point Tony uses it.
In this world, almost everything is connected to a local network. And that means it can be hacked.
Ours is a wolf.
Which
the cans. Never mind. They're not really like.
Which brings us back.
They're not really like cylindrical.
To cyberspace. You don't get to do anything in the net unnoticed. There's always someone watching. It could be corpos, or even worse, it could be Netwatch. And that is exactly the case here.
Who is they? Netwatch. They're always out to fuck us.
Netwatch and the Voodoo Boys are like fire and ice. The first of these wants to maintain the old order and protect people from AI anarchy originating from beyond the Black Wall. The Voodoo Boys want to establish contact with the free AIs. They believe this will enable their boundless expansion on the net and grant them the upper hand over Netwatch. Netwatch sees this as the end of the world. Both are right.
Whoa, hey, easy.
How you deal with the Netwatch agent is entirely up to you. Do we side with the gang? Choosing to be on Netwatch's bad side is never wise. But can we really trust the Voodoo Boys?
You set me up!
As you can see, we have many possible options. But in each case, we take a risk.
Think I'll just stick to my plan.
This is what happens when you hack someone who is way better at net running than you.
That didn't work out well. In the world of Cyberpunk, few things go as planned. And that was just a glimpse of how complex the branching storyline in Cyberpunk 2077 can get. Every decision you make will have consequences. Your choices will shape how the world reacts to you and affect your relationships with those around you. One of those relationships is special. Ever heard of Johnny Silverhand, a rebel rocker boy who will be your companion throughout your adventure in Night City?
Come on, really think they give a rat's dick how you look?
Like everyone in Cyberpunk 2077, he has his own agenda. You'll decide if he'll be your ally or your enemy. And that chip in your head, the one thanks to which Johnny lives inside your mind. Well, that's a story for another time.
Alright, so I guess we have one last video, which is the 48-minute gameplay trailer. Gameplay demo, I mean. I think once we watch that out, I can wrap it up. It's been already 2 hours. Hello, Maximo. Alright. So, Jesus Christ. Alright, so after this, we're gonna end it. 48 minutes. Let's go. Get ready, fellas.
Almost clear. Go!
Welcome to the gameplay demo walkthrough of CD Projekt Red's upcoming title, Cyberpunk 2077. A narrative-driven, open-world RPG set in a dark version of the future. Before we start, a small but important disclaimer. The gameplay you're about to see is from a work-in-progress version of the game. Everything you see is potentially subject to change. In Cyberpunk 2077, you can fully customize your character using a deep customization system. For this demo, we're going to play a female. Keep in mind that what you see here is not final. We just want to give you a glimpse of what will be possible in the released game.
Fun fact, in 2018 it was first like you can only choose between male and female as a gender, but then some stuff happened, you know, SJWs and all, LGBTQ and all, and now in 2020 and 2019 they decided that you can actually choose to be trans and all. I mean, nothing wrong with that, and it's actually more realistic because, you know, in the future there's definitely going to be way more trans people and they're going to be way more accepted.
This is an RPG, so before we get into our appearance, we need to define our backstory. What you choose here will unlock different possibilities later in the game.
Also, if you guys can see here, the backstory, the childhood hero stuff, this is no longer in the game because now our childhood hero is automatically Johnny Silverhand, which is Keanu.
Also, you can use an array of different options to...
Wait,
different possibilities.
Also, we can choose our name here. I write our name, but people still call us V. That's our nickname. And I don't know about the key life event or like the goals so we can choose here. I don't know if this is still a thing. Yeah.
Later in the game. Also, you can use an array of different options to modify how you look. These include body type, hairstyle, tattoos, makeup, skin tone, and many, many more. But visuals aren't everything. You'll also be able to customize your initial attribute setup. You'll notice we didn't pick a class. Cyberpunk 2077 features a fluid class system, and you'll be able to modify your class throughout the game. This demo takes place near the beginning of the game. V and her friend Jackie, along with a netrunner named T-Bot, are hired to find and retrieve a missing person, a girl whose locator implant went dark.
Always clear. Go.
12:37 on your right. Girls.
This was, I think this was the girl just now who actually hacked us and like disable our mantis blades. In this scenario, she's actually working with us.
Inside. Biomon's been down an hour. Better Delta.
Cyberpunk 2077 is a first-person role-playing game. This perspective enables us to maximize your immersion.
Should have full access in 2.8 seconds. Breached it. Your turn.
Órale, Lito, way, I know.
Alarms neutralized.
Oh, are we fucking late? Is that her? That our target, V?
Room's too simple. Not our girl, I think. Keep looking.
It looks like these scavengers are kidnapping people to harvest their implants.
Oh.
Scavengers are kidnapping people to harvest their implants.
This was the guy that died earlier, Jackie. He's our partner. We can also choose other partners, by the way, but Jackie is the popular one.
Okay, things are about to get heated. We'll take a reflex booster that temporarily allows us to use the Koresnikov ability. This is Koresnikov.
More like Zawara though, you know?
He's moving! Cover! Find cover!
Yeah, I'm still alive. Why?
Can't see shit! Got none to fucking use!
Room he's in looks out on the balcony. Got a window on the left. Go!
Get his attention. West. Terminado! Won't be needing this anymore. Pussy.
Layout shows only one room left, the bathroom. Go.
Sure hope our target's in there.
Even more titties. Oh wait, this is a dude.
Cabrones.
Think I got her. Got our target.
But yeah,
Make it,
titties.
she alive?
I can't censor it.
This does not look good.
I'll use my mouse to censor
No,
it.
in a minute. Jacking into Biomon. Sandra Dorset, NC 570442. Got a winner. Well,
I
she
guess
will
it-
be if we can get her to a hospital.
I can censor it like this.
Trauma Team Platinum, too.
Platinum? Shit, TT should have swooped.
Yeah, you guys need to pay attention to what they say here. They mention Trauma Team, and she has a platinum membership, which is probably one of the highest ones. So Trauma Team will come searching for her pretty instantly. They would have been here earlier if her chip didn't go dark, like her what do you call it? Her locator implant.
Sheesh. Trauma Team Platinum too.
Platinum? Shit, TT should have swooped in if she sneezed.
Something's jamming the Biomon signal. Talk to me, T-Bug.
Virus, probably. Locator neurosocket. Should be a shard slotted in. Shit's probably on that. If we clear it, free up the signal, TT could actually drop in, take her off our hands.
Got the shard. Removing it now. Done.
Okay, now she's online again. Like her locator implant is online. Just I want you guys to pay attention to how quickly they actually appear. Right now it's 5 minutes 29 seconds. Let's see how quickly the Trauma Team actually appears.
Greetings, Sandra. An emergency evacuation unit has been dispatched and is due to arrive at your location in 180 seconds.
Biomon claims trauma
That's just
will be
2
here in
minutes.
3 minutes.
Like the fucking cavalry.
Shit, I thought 120.
Well, let's get her out of here.
Your premium plan will cover 90% of the projected costs of your rest.
Shit.
Oh, mierda, she's flatlining!
Can't censor both.
We need to know what's going on.
Jackie, air hypo.
Can't, China!
She's stable.
Fuera, Jaina. Get her outside.
So
cover you.
It turns out a virus disrupted the girl's locator implant. We've fixed that, and now help is inbound.
Swarm of the sons of bitches, 2 vans full, just pulled up outside.
It's
Fuera.
been
Get her
1
out.
minute, by the
Terrorists.
way. It's 6:29. They appeared.
Stand clear. Landing.
The Trauma Team appeared just 1 minute, just like 1 minute plus. That's how quick they show up. And if we, as much as just like look at them wrong or like hold it for too long, they shoot us in the goddamn head.
Stop where you are! Place the patient on the stretcher. Five steps back. Now! I said step back! TT-133 to control. Patient NC570442 secured. Stimulants being administered, 70 milligrams dopamine, 110 norepinephrine, 800 Vibrant.
Hey, give us a lift out of here. No problem.
That's
Cutting
the Trauma
connection.
Team.
T-Bug out.
All clear.
That was Trauma
Let's see when
Team,
we blow.
a kind of high-end premium medical
Don't
insurance.
have much time from what Bug said.
We've delivered the target, and T-Bug has notified us that the scavengers have called in reinforcements. Let's get out of here before they arrive.
I got the eddies for new wheels now. Eyeing something real fine, too. How about you, Jaina? Probably blow it all on booze in 3 days.
Talking about somebody else, Jack. You're cleaner than a cunt at a combat.
This is a male prostitute, by the way. Not a boyfriend. But you can have a boyfriend or a girlfriend in the game. You can be gay as well. So that's that. You can have a short-term relationship like one night stands, or just hire prostitutes, or you can get a long-term relationship, which is pretty cool. If you can name your partner, I'll definitely name her Marka. Pay tribute to her.
Cyberpunk is a mature, visceral experience, and as such, it will let you explore a variety of different interactions with the game world. And as you just saw, its people.
Hello, Night City. Your man Stan here with a scoop sheet on all last night's bids. But first, remember the man, the myth, Johnny Silverhand. Been a year since he went on his last ride. All you gunks sitting in the afterlife nursing that scotch, waiting for something better. You know what I mean.
The job was a success, and V obviously has some money to burn.
Hey, sup, V? Look, I need to talk to you. Got news as big as my balls.
And I got a hot date with my Ripper Doc.
Come on, Jaina, make the doc wait. Pull some pants on your culo and get down here. Subway entrance, and bring your iron.
Okay.
The song that's playing in the background right now was the first version of Chippin' In. Before the band Refused came in and made their version. I think they made the better version. This one, not really my favorite.
Jackie has just told us that he has some...
Because it sounds pretty like country. No, not really a country, but it doesn't sound cyberpunk-ish. Doesn't sound like punk rock.
big news for us. And we have an appointment with our Ripper Doc today. Before we leave, let's take a good look around our apartment. Good morning, Night City. The song on the radio is by rocker boy Johnny Silverhand. It's part of our creative process to draw inspiration from the pen and paper system created by Mike Pondsmith, and to put our own 2077 spin on it. Let's go grab our gear. Okay, we'll take V's trusty pistol, and also grab our jacket. Since Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG, the jacket not only provides us with protective stats like armor, but it also increases our street cred. Street cred is a form of experience the player acquires by completing side missions. It is used to unlock new vendors and content throughout Night City. All right, let's go meet Jack. V's current apartment is located inside a mega building, a huge building complex that forms a micro-society of its own. In this timeline, technology and the world have evolved in some ways that seem familiar, but entirely surprising in others. As an example, in this world, people pay with eddies, slang for Eurodollars. We make sure to root every detail in the world's lore, so everything has its purpose and stays believable. Stays believable.
Here's another ad about a Cyberdong.
A big part of
Fanny packs are still a thing in Cyberpunk.
A big part of our RPG experience is having a world that is interactive. Here, a generic ad has morphed into an advertisement specifically tailored to V, informing her of the nearest vendor she can purchase the product. In this case, it shows us where to find some Nicola soda.
For the very first stages of food production, with bioquality that even Mother Nature can only.
I don't know the Cyberdong. One of you guys asked me about can you enhance your dong, and I said yes, and I wanted to show you an example, and here we are. I think it's become kind of like a small meme over here with me.
Try out our pressure water and let your tongue amaze. Yum.
Hey, you're all 45. It's ready.
This is Wilson, one of Night City's many gunsmiths. We won't be checking his wares today, but you can purchase and upgrade your weapons and gear throughout the city.
Later then.
Cyberpunk 20...
Oh yeah, I forgot. One of you guys asked me a question. How will I make my character? Give me a second. What is the exact question again? Sorry, I didn't actually read it. Okay, so Ronald, how is your character going to look like in Cyberpunk when you start playing? I'm gonna make him look slightly like John Wick and slightly like a JoJo character. Cause fun fact, I've made my hair look like John Wick. It's pretty long right now. Not as long as the Johnny Silverhand or Keanu Reeves hair though. It's as long as John Wick, in part 1. It's as long as that. So I want to make kind of like a John Wick hybrid. And I promise that my first playthrough of the game, I don't think I'll be able to make a second playthrough, because the game is pretty long. Okay, my first playthrough I'll be kind of like merciful. I would spare some enemies, because you know you can choose to spare them and all. But my second playthrough, I think I'll stream my second playthrough. My second playthrough, I'll be motherfucking John Wick. I'll just shoot and kill everyone. Be brutal.
2077 is set in Night City, a bustling metropolis located on the coast of the free state of North California. It's a dystopian city where violence and oppression are the norm. We are working hard to make Night City a fully realized, seamless open world with no loading screens. Currently, we're in Watson, a former industrial district where crime now mixes with money.
Very strong signal. You kidding me? Damn signal gonked out 3 times. 3 times, yo! It's a piece of shit. Now give me back my eddies.
Silverhand's debut album, that. Now he'll ever since, if you ask me.
Could be some truth to that.
We've greatly enhanced our crowd and community systems to create the most believable city in any open-world game to date. The city's streets are believable city in any open-world game to date.
Remember how I mentioned about how some people don't actually modify their bodies? I think these guys are the monks I was mentioning. They don't really look 100% like monks, but I think they are. They make a second appearance. I'll show you guys later.
The city's streets are bustling with crowds of people from all facets of life, all living their lives within a full day and night cycle. Okay, there's Jackie.
Fucking finally. Buckle up. Shit's happening.
What's up, Jack?
Dexter Deshawn. Huh? Sound familiar? Somebody wants to talk to you. One of Night City's top fixers, eh? Okay, you see that caddy? Need to walk on over there and get us a job, Heina.
Fine, I'll meet him. Talk.
I'll be at Senor Ripper's. Good news to me. Good luck, V!
It turns out we've caught the attention of one of Night City's biggest players.
Yep, here we go. These are the monks. They haven't enhanced any of their body parts.
Dexter Deshawn, a fixer, a person who gets things done. He wants to meet up and discuss a job.
Get in.
Let's see what he has for us.
Seems familiar.
Yo, Miss V, a pleasure. Let's roll. Scanning a serious job just now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scare phone.
If you make a DDLC mod, let me know in Discord, I guess. But like I already said, I don't really like to talk about DDLC on streams. I mean, kind of like, since my entire channel is about DDLC, I try to keep it off my streams. But I understand. If you want to talk about DDLC, you can head over to my Discord, and I'll talk about it.
You interested?
Interested, sure. Tell me more.
Well, glad to hear it. Before we can start in on this, though, I need to be sure. Sure you all right.
All right. And the nature of this test?
Start in the show. See, got a classic tale for you. Psycho gang, just doing his thing, jumped a corp convoy, got away with gear. Now I need me that little combat bot. They call it the Flathead. Of course, I got the Eddies to buy it, but me and the Maelstrom boys ain't the best of friends. No flow to our convo, see?
Who's the woman?
Corporal agent. She's on the hunt for the dogs who sold the Gangoons info on the convoy. Got herself a prisoner. Her chief suspect, most likely. Going on 20 hours since the convoy was jumped, and she still don't have no guilty party. Gotta be desperate by now. Be wise to think how you could use that. Got any questions for me?
The Cyberdong is a Cyberdong, a Cyber Schlong, a Cyber PP. The thing is that I think you came pretty late to stream now, didn't you, Nova? So one of you, we started the stream with kind of like questions, and one of you guys asked me, well, Cyber, can you augment your PP? Can you modify your PP? They said yes, it is a thing in Night City. Oh wait a minute, you might not be able to modify your PP, but there are ads like in the game, like in game, not really real life ads, but you get my point. Modifying your dong is possible in like Night City. Maybe not to you specifically. Maybe you can't enhance your dong like in the game, but in Night City it is possible. So I just said that, and now Cyberdong is now, I think, a meme in our community. I don't really mind. Oh shit! Sorry, Neo VA. I'm looking at the chat with my phone right now, so it all looks small. So from far it looks like your name is Nova. There's Neo VA. I'm sorry, Neo. Yeah, it might actually be gold, or maybe just metal that's painted gold. I mean, he is rich, but he doesn't really look rich. You get what I mean? He's kind of like the middleman kind of guy. Rich, but not so rich. You guys obviously know the true rich people are the corporates. The guys in suits. Those are the truly rich people. Dexter is just a middleman. He doesn't have nice hair, has a good beard, has a massive belly. Probably a good Cyberdong as well.
Clear on it all, I think. Time I got to work.
Jesus Christ, Neo. I thought your name was Nova. That's why I said Nova. From far, your name looks like Nova, but I didn't read it properly. I accidentally called you Nova. I'm sorry. Now back into the video.
Beautiful. Here's hoping my inkling checks out.
So, see you at the afterlife soon as the job's done.
Do good, and this will be the start of a beautiful friendship based on heaps of edits.
Oh, he's gonna shoot you in the head.
It seems Dexter has given us a test of sorts to see if we're worthy. He wants us to retrieve a piece of high-tech combat gear.
You can't really speak Spanish in the game, but you can understand Spanish. There is Cybernetics that allows you to translate other languages. You know what I mean? Like real life subtitles like that.
A local gang stole from the Militech megacorp. We'll be able to approach this job from a variety of angles. Let's try calling the Militech contact to see where that leads.
100 times what I could take. Stout here. Hi. Heard you were looking for some tech. Let's talk. Hey, everybody shut it! Where is it? Come on, spill. On the horn? No. Amateur hour. Jesus.
First exit off Skyline going towards the NID. Storm channel under the overpass. Meet you there.
The situation's tricky because the contract giver is a corporate agent who seems a little high-strung. Before we get down to business, it's a great idea to visit our Ripper Dock.
No, there was a Muslim girl over there. Yeah, she's wearing hijab. I didn't notice. I think I did notice. Also, as you can see over here, most of the ads are severely sexualized. The human body is no longer sacred in Night City, by the way. That's why sexual stuff is a common thing.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah,
Hey, you! You see this cam, huh? Yeah, got a real whack tape, change your fucking life.
Crime is a common occurrence. Night City is not a safe place. Life here is not easy.
I'm Cindy. Got some real juicy super.
Your heart chakra looks a little out of whack, babe.
V!
I can release.
How'd it play out with Dex?
It's all here.
All right, I'll check it out while I wait for you.
V? Dr. Vector, we'll see you now.
We're at a Ripper Doc clinic. Ripper Docs are specialist vendors who offer people the possibility to install or upgrade their cyberware.
Vicky, spry as ever, you old Ripper.
Hernandez pounces on the chance, coming in with a couple of hooks. Gaining the upper hand pretty darn quickly.
Need to bump up my specs and get a grip.
Really? Now? Finally?
Vic, shit just got real. Hitting the major leagues. Got a job from Dex to Sean.
The Dexter Deshawn? Yeah, that is something. But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the eddies later, with interest. You know I will.
Last time, I swear. Now sit.
Alright, here is where I tell you guys about upgrading your body and the limits.
That's Karoshi. Best I've got. And should be about right under the circumstances.
That's an eyeball.
Now jack in.
That's really creepy.
You peruse and choose while I scan. See what's going on inside.
We're going to install both an optical scanner.
Mark 1, like I said. Decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea.
Alright, let me show you here. So this one costs about 380s and all, but it also has a humanity cost. If you use up too much of humanity, you go into cyberpsychosis. But the devs said that they're not actually gonna let they're not actually gonna let our character go into cyberpsychosis. So you guys can modify a lot. I think you guys can modify as much as you want, but there are definitely gonna be consequences.
And
you'll definitely most likely be vulnerable to netrunners.
Subdermal weapon grip.
Link's not labeled. And to be perfectly honest, not entirely sure where the hell I got it. Still, looks like it'll talk to Karoshi Tech.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Okay, all clean. Now for the fun stuff. Lay that Major League arm of yours right here. Just like that. Thanks. Now a bit of anesthetic, and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
Doc. Play-by-play. Makes you sound like a dentist. They're always going on and on.
Don't be mean now. Remember, I'm old. I got a shaky Gannic hand. Could slip. Lights out for a minute, all right?
Yeah, boy.
Good. So let's test it. Linking you in.
Throw away our
You
real
might feel
eye.
a little discomfort. Maybe blurred vision, low contrast, glitches. So, how's it look to you?
With the scanner, we can zoom in on things and take a closer look.
Now we can zoom in real life.
This is fantastic.
Beautiful. Time for the scanner.
And this by the way is a regular thing in Night City. It's Cyberpunk. Just doing this kind of stuff, replacing your body parts.
Additionally, we
imagine people actually replace their skin. Imagine seeing your skin getting ripped off and replaced by, I don't know, metal, which looks like skin. The worst part is that he didn't even knock us out. We are fully conscious and aware of what's going on. The only thing that we don't have is pain for a short while, thanks to the anesthetic.
We can analyze objects, get details on enemy weak points or gang affiliation.
Pretty sure we all feel like that, Kalen.
It might take you a while to adjust, but first time's rarely the charm with anything, really. Scanner should eventually sync with your thought processes and read your intentions.
That's pretty cool.
Ought to work like a charm. Now draw your weapon. You should see your ammo count in a brand new sight.
The subdermal weapon grip links to our scanner and shows us weapon information like ammo count and fire modes. It also increases the base damage on all connected weapons.
Shit, Victor. Not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
Funny, he gives us an eye implant and yet he still uses glasses.
Thanks again. You're the best, Vic.
Spoiler, she doesn't take the second
Go on,
whiff.
kid. Show him what you can do. And once you hit the big time, don't forget where you came from. Keep your guard, idiot.
While some Ripper docs operate legally, others provide black market services.
Yep.
For the right price, they can even offer to install illegal military-grade cyberware.
This is what I was talking about. But you can easily get scammed or get the wrong
Left
stuff.
a few minutes ago. Said he'd wait outside.
Strippers.
Well, Kiroshi.
Now, let me tell you something about Jackie. He is in a gang called the Valentino Boys, where they're actually a gang of Casanovas. Their goal is to what's the word for it? Their goal is to woo. You get the word wooing woman, something. Their goal is to get the most beautiful woman and get laid with them. That's their goal. They will steal women and get laid with them and all. They are playboys and stuff. But maybe not Jackie. I think at one point his mom hates it or something. I forgot. But Jackie is not really that bad. Even though he's a Valentino. He's probably one of the best in them. One of the good guys, I guess. But personally, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like the Valentinos. Because imagine someone trying to steal your waifu. So, yeah. It's not rape because they seduce them. You get what I mean? Because most of the people in the Valentinos are very attractive. So there's that. And it's Night City, and people don't really care about sex and stuff. It's just a regular thing at this point. Because, like I said earlier, the body is no longer sacred. But Jackie is a good guy. And as you can see, that's actually his girlfriend, I think.
Well, Vic's got a soft spot for you, Heina. Come on, how about you use them fancy-ass optics to scan my new wheels?
Sure, but you'll have to let me take it for a spin.
Hey, just...
Oh, you don't know what's a Casanova? No, are you just mentioning the word Nova? Well, a Casanova is something like a playboy.
What's the paint job? Who's this pendejo? Hey, carnal! Hey, you got a problem?
You can see up
This
here.
guy looks an awful lot like one of those scavengers we took out earlier.
You can see up here like a stripping session going on. This is probably kind of like a sexual area with strippers and prostitutes and all. But we don't call them prostitutes. We call them joy girls and joy boys.
Something tells me that wasn't no coincidence, huh?
Jackie's car is a super-powered sports car running on Choo-2, the super fuel of the future. Players can explore Night City freely, in many different cars, on bikes, and in other types of vehicles.
This does not look good.
Puta madre!
Grab the wheel, Jack!
Oh, fuck!
It looks like the scavengers from earlier are still angry.
They're pulling ahead, Haida! Watch it now! Got it! All right!
I think we got rid of it. That was intense.
Shit! The fuck was that?
Yeah, the Valentinos will try to steal your wives, little wives also. But I don't think they'll be doing that in this game. Also, hey, butt cheeks, I can see one over here. Jesus Christ, a lot of the ads are super sexual. Yeah.
Night City never sleeps. Danger lurks around every corner, even in daytime. Random encounters like these are an example of how your actions directly influence your open world experience.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Jackie.
So, think they're done riding our asses?
Scavs? Sure, maybe. Should be looking for a new spot to slice and dice, not gunning after us. But who knows? Real messed up pendejos, Scavs. Saw it yourself.
You mean Lego
Many
Star Wars
forces
Yoda?
are fighting for control of Night City, but the mega corporations are the real showrunners. The agent we're going to meet represents Militech, one of the largest companies in the private military sector.
Why are we stopping?
By the way, in that behind the scene music video that like 1 minute plus video I showed, the music that they play in the background is what the music that's running on the radio right now.
Remember the corpo off Dex's shard? Ranger, she's in the area and we're gonna meet.
Let me guess. She's in hot corpo water. Desperate. Then you think you can use that?
See if I can, yeah.
Since Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG, preparation will be key when dealing with Night City's powerful, especially when these are corpos. Instead of just rushing in, let's assess the situation with our freshly installed Kiroshi optical scanner.
There. Let's take a closer look.
Composite armor. Car's a fucking tank. Shit.
Yeah, Militech. No doubt about it. You sure you still want to meet him?
Yeah, gotta do this. But don't you move a damn muscle. Not unless I start, that is.
These guys are levels higher than we are. Let's try to approach them carefully.
Stout, take it you were the one to call?
Yep. Wanted...
Think you're smart? Thought you could blackmail me, bitch? Set conditions?
Calm the hell down!
It is an RPG.
What is this?
Got you now, asshole!
You're insane! Who the fuck is this?
I'll know in 2 seconds flat. That fucking thing ready?
All set.
Are you here alone?
The corpos have hacked us through our personal link and have subjected us to a kind of lie detector program. The dialogue system in Cyberpunk 2077 is fully gameplay driven.
I asked if you came alone!
Yep, just little old me.
She's lying.
Search the area. Now listen, folks, we don't need to be here all day. This piece of shit, Anthony Gilchrist, did he or another asshole at Militech leak info to you or anyone else about a convoy?
It might be tempting to reach for the gun, but the consequences could
Got
be
nothing
dire.
to do with him or
Remember,
Militech.
these guys are really tough.
Shit. Checks out. You got nothing on me! Nothing! Won't get away with this, you bitch! You're dead!
Somebody shut him up.
Take me home! Now!
Alright. I have no idea who you're working for or what you even want, but you better give me something solid or I will end you.
This guy's aim is so this guy's aim is so shit, by the way. I'm gonna go back. Look at how much he shakes his hand while he aims.
Or what you even want.
It never
but
stays in one
you better give
place.
me something solid or I will end you.
I've got an offer.
Oh, you are stretching. This better be fucking good.
Gang goons who ripped you off? I know where to find them. They got a bot I want. Give me the funds to buy that bot. You can do what you want with the gang.
I don't give a shit about the thieves. I want my mold. Cred chip, 50K. Just enough to buy you your bot. Thing is, chip's gotta make it into the thieves' terminal. That's all I need. Think you can do that? Then we got a deal.
Fine. I'm in.
Try to fuck me in any way, and I'll be seeing you real soon.
What if we like her and actually want to physically fuck her? You know?
You're making a mistake! This cunt's good as dead! And she'll take you down with her!
The agent gave us the money to buy the bot we need from the gang. By choosing to call the Militech agent earlier, we have now opened up a non-violent path through this quest. Of course, we could try and keep the money, but that would mean we'd have to take the merchandise by force, which requires a lot of firepower.
Looked a little fishy, you know? Poquito tense.
Well, if you put the gun to the head, it's easily to like slap the gun away. You know what I mean?
No signal, so I stayed put.
Good thing, too. Went down about like I expected. Made a deal, and we're good to meet with Maelstrom now.
Mm-hmm.
Be there soon. What do you expect?
Corps don't forgive or forget. Even these Borg fucks sense that. Feel the pressure. That's why they're holed up in this shithole, praying to the almighty Trip 6. Gotta move the tech, but they can't. Cause your new best friend from the tripped-out, tanked-out SUV is just begging them to try. How you want to do this?
Even now, we can choose.
And Arisaka building in the background, by the way. What do you mean nothing makes sense? No. The gameplay is not related to the trailer at all. The trailer is just a cinematic trailer. It's not related to the main story. It's just showing a scenario like that. It's not related to the story, the stuff that we are seeing right now, I think. Alright, goodbye, Maximo.
How to approach this quest. Do we go in guns blazing, or do we try to negotiate for the bot?
Plan's simple. We pay with the Corpo's cred and get out.
I don't know, but you're calling this one.
For this demo, let's try the more
trust my
diplomatic
charm?
approach.
The main story is that you're this mercenary, you're trying to live by, and then you find out about this chip, this immortal chip, and you know it grants immortality, obviously, and you try to get it. And then I think once you get the immortality chip, you find out that Johnny Silverhand is in the chip, and then the story goes on like that. We don't know so much about the story except that the chip and Johnny Silverhand. So the story is actually, we don't know. The story is up to you, basically. Whatever choice you do builds your story. Get what I mean? Story-driven game, a really story-driven game.
Tough shit. All we need's for them to buy it.
Well, the thing is, these people, the Maelstrom, if you try to go guns blazing on them, it wouldn't really be a good idea. These guys are obsessed with cyber implants and all. You guys will see it the moment you look at their face. These guys are really obsessed with modification.
Don't know you.
Want to talk to Royce?
Main room. I'm waiting.
damn well prepared.
All strapped with Militech gear.
Psycho Borgs chromed out with military-grade hardware worth millions. Should be
The guys we're about to meet are dangerous. They are members of the Maelstrom gang, and their obsession with body modification goes way beyond even this world's standards. On their path to becoming machines, they don't shy away from even the most extreme measures.
Anti-personnel mine. Shrapnel splitter. My favorite.
Cancun's getting creative with their gear.
It looks like they made this abandoned All Foods meat factory their hideout. Charming.
Another one? Seriously?
I don't really think so. Maybe the immortality we're going for is not like, you know, invincible, nothing can kill me. I think the immortality we're going for is that we can live forever. You know what I mean? There's a difference between invincibility and immortality. Invincibility, nothing can kill you. Your head can be cut in half, and you can get beheaded and all, but you can still be alive and stuff. Immortality, by the way, is just that you can live forever.
Maybe we should have taken him by surprise.
A little late for regrets like that. Got us in their sights now. Just keep moving. Stay cool. They're just trying to spook us.
Remember, we've chosen to buy the tech, not steal it. Hopefully this will go fast and easy. This is a pretty well-guarded place. You can imagine what would have happened if we'd taken the violent path.
What?
Dum-Dum, that's his name.
Looking to buy a bot. Model MTO D12. Looks like a spider.
Couch planted. Yo, Kurt. Peek around the corner, see if we got anything like that. Well, shit. Sit down.
I'll stand. Can't move on your culo. Makes you an easy target.
Sit down.
That really necessary, hombre?
I ain't your hombre. Sit. Sit your ass down before I plant a bullet in your skull.
Jack, sit down.
This ain't gonna end well, but...
Shit. Well, alright, fucking bravo. Come on, lighten up. Have a whiff. Better. Now we can talk.
The bot. Need to see it.
Suit yourself. Fucking tricked out, state-of-the-art this thing. Don't even got no standard port. Bells and whistles though, dynamic camo armor and motor impulses rivaling that of the human nervous system. Its actuators are actually pimped with titanium fiber, and it can go anywhere, literally. Watch this. Fully integrated link too, so when the spider starts crawling up walls, dangling from ceilings, you could lose your lunch. So, what you think?
Pay up and let's get the fuck out of here.
The bot. I'll take it.
2 questions. What the fuck's going on? And who the fuck is this?
Got 50 large on this Kretchen.
And you positively reek of Militech.
Dexter Deshawn sent me.
Dexter Deshawn. Dreads. Gold plate. Fat old fuck. That him?
We'll pay for the bot and be on our way.
How much you say you had? 50K?
Creds on this.
Move it.
Whew, not the smoothest of deals, but it worked out in the end, right?
Flathead's good gear. It'll do the trick. Whatever that trick is. Shit. Shit!
They set us up.
It turns out the cred chip we got from the Militech agent contained a virus which fried their system.
Virus must have tripped the security.
Royce, their leader, is making a break for it.
Militech had to end this way.
Before we figure out a way to leave, let's grab the splinter that controls the bot from one of these dead maelstromers. The inspection system allows us to take a closer look at the splinter. You can inspect specific items to reveal details that can help in solving quests. Okay, let's equip the splinter to our chipware slot. With this done, the bot will now follow us wherever we go. All right, what else do we have here? Nice! A street-modified tech shotgun. Tech weapons fire rounds that penetrate walls and other types of cover. They also have an alternate fire mode that allows you to power up shots and deal more damage. It looks like there are several ways out of this room, like those gates, for example. However, you'd have to be a skilled netrunner to hack into this terminal. Luckily, our engineering skills should allow us to disassemble that maintenance panel so we can get through the door.
Got it.
There are many skills in the game that players can apply in solving problems. The engineering skill can be used to fix, disassemble, and disarm devices blocking
Production
your
lane
path.
passes through here.
And we're gonna pass through with it.
So, from this point on, we're going to unlock the abilities of a high-end character to showcase some of the different mechanics we have in the game.
I'll get him.
One of the new weapon modules we now have installed is a ricochet targeting system connected to our eyes. This allows players to bounce bullets off walls and hit enemies hiding behind cover. This is another targeting system that will reveal enemies behind walls. Paired with the penetrating rounds of our tech shotgun, it's a deadly combination. Looks like we found some loot. This is a smart gun. It's one of the more advanced weapons in the game, allowing the bullets to track and follow their target. It's one of many different weapons players can acquire. Weapons are built of modules that allow for deep customization and progression. This way, you can be sure to find something that will suit your playstyle.
That's the toughest bastards guarding this route. Probably some reason for that. Motherfucker!
Jesus Christ! My legs!
No, you don't actually modify your eyes to make the bullets go anywhere you go. You you get kind of like that vision thing, like an assist. Your eyes now know if you shoot the wall where the bullets will go. While the second gun just now, it has something like auto aim, like that. It tracks your opponent, so when you shoot them, the bullets go towards your opponent instead of just aiming.
Just a reminder, everything you've seen and are about to see, including this particular feature we're about to show you, is from a work-in-progress version of the game and may change over the course of development.
Okay, all that shit's covered?
Okay, let's try something different. We're going to take this guy down and connect directly to his neural side. In the world of Cyberpunk, once you are jacked into a network, you have access to everything it connects to. Through this Maelstrom gang member, we've now connected to the gang hideout's internal network. This is the building's personnel system. Let's focus on the squad containing the Maelstrom ganger we just connected to. From here, we can deploy software that affects the whole squad. For now, we'll simply unlock the ability to perform quick hacks. All right, time to show off our new high-level abilities.
The Mantis blades.
With Quick Hack, using the backdoor we unlocked a minute ago, we'll install a virus that jams the connection between the Maelstrom ganger and his weapon. This will prevent him from firing.
What the hell is...
Looks like he's having a problem now. Nice. Some of you might recognize these Mantis blades. We can also double jump and bounce off of walls, which makes us a very agile, fast solo.
And there's gonna be a katana in the game, by the way.
I'll check down here.
Sweet, we just found a corporate tech rifle. Corpo weapons are top of the line. Let's scan this guy and see what's going on. It looks like Royce is back, and he's prepped. He's got an armored exoskeleton. We won't be able to get rid of him that easily. Our weapons are not dealing a lot of damage because he's packing an autonomous shield. Luckily, the scan we performed earlier revealed a weak spot. Attacking it should bring the shield down. Shield's down. Let's finish him off.
Boy, it ain't going your way, you cunts.
Okay, let's put him down and get this job over. That wasn't the smoothest raid, but we've got the bot, and Dex should be happy. But think back. What would have happened if we hadn't met with the Militech agent? Or told Royce about the agent and her plans? Or just decided to buy the bot ourselves?
Well, if the katana was realistic, it would break really quickly.
So many options, so many possibilities, and each will have consequences that will ripple through the game world and your story. And that's just one quest. Let's head out and finish the job.
About goddamn time. Let's get out of here.
You know, we really ought to work together more often. Your chip had the clap. That's not discreet. You set me up.
I fucked you over, you fucked the gang over. Somewhere at the start of the story, somebody fucked the corp. See how this works now? Only the corp gets what it wants. Remember that. Learn it. Years down the line, you'll be standing where I am, watching somebody else doing...
Yep, being a raging bitch to whoever's doing my dirty work for me.
It's time we were on our way, Ida.
Okay, let's call Dex and tell him how things went down.
My girl,
shit-eating
how's our
suits.
biz looking?
Vámonos.
Hey, Mr. Dex. Get us that table at the afterlife?
Matter of fact, I did. Just in my gut and all, you know.
Well, you were right to.
Well done, Miss V. Well done. See you there.
Shit, I can't believe it, Ina. Major leagues. We're in. I mean, we fucking pried the door open.
But the only thing I want to pry open right now is a bottle of scotch.
Oh, no. Not another three-nighter. Por favor.
Need to get to know this city, Jack. Not just gun in hand. I want a crusade.
Amen, Ina.
We finished the job, but our story is just beginning. This concludes our gameplay demo walkthrough. Thanks for watching.
Yep, and that's the 48-minute gameplay demo, and that was in 2018, by the way. And like I said earlier, I'm not really a fan of the 2018 chip and install. Prefer the 2019 version. So that's the stream. 3 hours and 17 minutes. Yeah. So there is interesting, I guess. So how do you like the stream? Right, so I guess I should end the stream right now. Unless you guys have any last minute questions. Then we can wrap it all up. You guys have any questions left? Well, is there something I want to see in Cyberpunk? There was one thing, kind of like a reputation system. Like, what if like we become a well-known solo, or like a well-known mercenary? Like, can we get fear? Like, can people actually fear us? Like, you know, in the John Wick movies, when someone mentions the name John Wick, everyone gets scared and all. I want something like that. Probably not gonna happen, but it'll be nice. Another thing is that I want a enhancement that makes me punch really fast, so I can do the ora ora rush and all. Since you know I'm a JoJo fan, so that's two things I'd like to see. Yeah, and also there will be a photo mode in the game, so that's gonna be great. The wallpapers are gonna be awesome. The community wallpapers. Any other questions? If not, we can wrap up the stream. There is a fear system in Arkham series, but everyone is afraid of Batman though. Aren't they? Except the Joker. But I don't want people to be afraid of like Batman, like, you know, being afraid of Batman. I want them to be like, cause they're not really that afraid of Batman, cause Batman just beats the shit out of you. If people are afraid of John Wick, I mean, people are afraid of John Wick because let me start over. People are afraid of Batman because he'll beat the shit out of you and put you in jail. People are afraid of John Wick because he's gonna shoot you in the goddamn head. There's a difference. You know what I mean? So once again, any last questions? If no, we can wrap this up. No? Alright then, that's all. I guess we can wrap up the stream. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through the Cyberpunk stream. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, next video of whatever I make. See ya, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.